Showtime in the stadium, lights so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's up and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. So, we decided to jump in on March Madness. Things are going crazy right now here in March Madness, and I'm excited to cover this particular matchup. We did cover Duke last season, did not get a chance to cover TCU, Texas Christian University. We will be covering this matchup coming up here in just a few moments, but before I get too far into this, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's game. I got Angel Dust in the house. What up, Angel Dust? CJ Banning, what up, sir? Mr. Robert Zamora, salute to you, my friend. Michael, what's up, Mr. Goodman? John Pierce, welcome in. Freimeister Bond, Duke is the easy pick, but Hypnotoad would be a cool sight. Love the Futurama reference, and I think I really like the Hypnotoads as a new side name, just like they call the Miami Dolphins, they call them the tuna fish. But I like that better. I do like that better. Shout outs to Angel saying cheers from Oregon. Hello. Noah, what's going on? Noah Lingafelter. What up, Noah? Thanks for checking into the chat. Jordan saying hello here, saying cover Kentucky versus Iowa State tomorrow, please. I think we are covering Kentucky and Iowa State tomorrow, actually. Santino and I were talking about it. But it all really comes down to how good this live stream performs, guys. I was vehemently opposed to doing any of the games in the first two rounds of March Madness because, A, there's 1.5 million Pirates, and B, attention spans are very short in the first two rounds. And then we get into the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final Four, and then, of course, the national championship game. But it really comes down to how far we can push this stream today. For example, if we can get at least 50,000 views on this stream today, which A, I think is possible, and B, I think we could totally do that. But if that happens today, if we can pull in 50,000, then we'll cover two games tomorrow. If we can't get to that modest goal, then I think that we'll just put a pin in it and pick back up for this Sweet 16. You're the only streamer that can say my last name right, says Noah. Well, rock and roll. So many traditionally big teams in it right now, says Freimeister Bond. That is true. True, but Kentucky and Duke bring views for show, says Jordan. I hope that is true. We're gonna test that here today with this game here with Duke and TCU. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and ramble to the camera without bringing you guys some stats. We are waiting for the end of the Michigan State versus Louisville game. That is their second round match. This game should be having its tip-off at 4:15 p.m. Kind of a close game right there. You just saw that scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. So we've got this updated right now here as well. And as the games go on today, you'll be able to keep an eye on the score around the NCAA tournament. We can also set that up for NBA, NFL, all the other ones. Shout out to my boy Valhalla for turning me on to this right there. Love the fact that we have this scrolling stuff down here. Rock and roll. What up, DJ Gene? Thanks for checking in, sir. All right, guys, let's talk about some stats. Actually, you know, before we get into the stats, the first thing I want to bring up here, the very first thing I want to bring up here is the schedule for March Madness. So, March Madness, the second round, March 21st, 22nd, that's what we're in today. Today is March 21st. It's Saturday and Sunday. The Sweet 16, there's going to be 4 days with no March Madness. Can you handle that? Are you going to be okay? I think your guys are going to be okay. So no March Madness Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. March Madness begins again on Thursday for the Sweet 16. They'll do 8 games on the 26th, which is Thursday, and 8 games on the 27th, which is Friday. After that, half the teams will be eliminated. We go into the Elite 8. right? Our Sweet 16, actually, I believe that's just 8 games. My apologies. 4 games on the 26th, 4 games on the 27th. My apologies here. Then we'll have 2 games on March 28th, 2 games on March 29th. That's Saturday, Sunday. So, again, we got today, right, and tomorrow for March Madness. No basketball Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we've got games. Saturday, Sunday, we've got games. And then, just like that, we're at the Elite Four. Another 5-day spread right now. They're going to pick this back up on Sunday, I believe, and then Monday, April 6th is the national championship game. Yes, Monday night championship game on April 6th. So I think that's Saturday and then Monday. Everybody good? You guys good with the March Madness schedule? Cool? All right. Now, someone in the chat saying that Duke should win this game. That's what our boy CJ Banning is saying right now. Well, if anyone took UTSA women in points, won money, go UTSA. Shout out to San Antonio. Duke should win this game, says CJ Banning. Let's take a look at it, CJ Banning. What up, Caleb? We got Caleb Ryan in the chat. What up, Caleb? I see you, sir. Hello, hello. All right, stats. You know, before I even get into anything, the number one stat that blew my mind, because we changed a couple of things for March Madness. They don't pull the same records or the same stat numbers as they do in the NBA. It's this right here, guys. This line right here, average score margin. Now, Texas Christian has a record of 23-11. Their average score margin, they're beating teams by 6 points on average. Duke University is beating teams by 19 points on average. That is more than triple the score margin that TCU is able to create right here. Points per game, 82 to 77, almost 78, but points per game allowed. We'll take a look at the defense there in just a moment. Shooting percentage, ladies and gentlemen, advantage Duke University, shooting the basketball at almost 49%. Beyond the arc, they're also shooting the basketball slightly more efficiently than Texas Christian University. Then we've got free throw percentage. At the stripe, Duke is able to cash in on their free throws, but TCU does get to the free throw line more often. Maybe just one time more often per game, or at least just one more free throw per game, but those are just the numbers. Average score margin, huge advantage there for Duke. Assists per game, pretty decent advantage for Duke. And turnovers per game, turning up the basketball less frequently than TCU, advantage for Duke there as well. If Duke plays like they did against Siena, they are not beating TCU. The Frogs are the hottest team in the country right now, says Caleb. Well, sir, the horny Frogs right there, giggity. That's going to be fun today. They're not half bad. That is true. But look at the points per game allowed. TCU's defense giving up 72 points per game. Meanwhile, Duke is giving up just 63. The defense has been pretty darn good, if you do ask. I do say so myself. For Duke. Then, of course, defensive rebounds per game, 4 more rebounds than TCU, which may not sound like a lot, but that's a 20% increase in defensive rebounds alone. Blocks per game, TCU has the advantage on the blocks. Dead even when it comes to steals between TCU and Duke University. Turnovers forced per game. Sticky fingers there by TCU. Advantage TCU. Fouls committed per game. Less trips given to the charity stripe by Duke, so cleaner defense there by Duke overall. And the points per game allowed really is a testament to that. So shout out to Duke's defense. Shout out to Bubba Jax. What up to Jody Stamper? What up, Jody? How you doing? What up, Bubba Jax? Thanks for checking in. We got Ricky in the chat saying, hi, Ricky. What up, Ricky? Michael Goodman saying, go Horned Frogs. The Horned Frogs. All right. Going to be a good game today. At least I think it is. Caleb saying, I'm a TCU student, so I am a bit biased. Well, stick around, Caleb. We will have a trivia quiz during halftime for some TCU and Duke University, just some trivia for you. So we got something to do during halftime. Be sure to smash the like button if you have not already done so, guys. We want as many people to check into this live stream once the Pirates get shut down by the giant play button in the sky. Right now, it's going to be a slow start because all those channels still need to be found by the algorithm. Once those get shut down around probably close to halftime, then we will get this room rocking is most likely. David Keith, thanks. What's up, dude? How you doing, David Keith? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Okay, so normally I like to go straight into the stats here. Looks like Michigan State is going to win the game. I mean, it's 0.3 seconds here left to go. That's the game. Michigan State 77, Louisville 69, giggity. So Duke and TCU, looks like that game was pushed back. Really? So looks like that game was pushed back about 10 minutes. Looks like our new tip-off time here on CBS will be 5:25 Eastern time, which means I've got about 20 minutes to kill right now. Cool? Tight. Let's talk about it. Now, normally I like to go head-to-head between all of the players, and I'm going to do that. But before I do that, let's take a quick look at the form of these two teams heading into today's matchup. These are the last 5 games for these two teams, and this is how it washed out in the month of March so far for TCU. On March 3rd, they played a game against Texas Tech. They got the win there, 65 for Texas Tech, 73 for TCU. Bing, that's a win. Then we go to Cincinnati. At Cincinnati, that's March 7th, towards the very end of the season there. 73-63, big win again for TCU. We move on to the Big 12 tournament, and TCU starts facing some real competition here. They get a win. They put up 95 points against Oklahoma, and OSU 88, 95 TCU. Hell of a game right there on March 11th. That advances them in the tournament, and they ultimately drop that game before March Madness begins. This is the Big 12 tournament. They lose to Kansas 78-73. So, yeah, whoever said this is a hot team coming into this, they are not wrong, because then we go into the first round of the NCAA round of 64. Round 1, Ohio State Buckeyes versus TCU. TCU gets the win, and that brings us to today, March 21st. It's TCU at Duke. Duke 12-point favorites here. Here's Duke's last 5 games coming into this right now. And Duke on an absolute tear. Duke is the favorites, or one of the favorites here to win the entire thing. They beat North Carolina. They won 76-61 there. They beat FSU. Close game against Florida State. Very close game against Florida State. 80-79. That was during the quarterfinals of the ACC tournament. March 13th, not that long ago, in the ACC semifinals, they get the win over Clemson, 73-61. And then March 14th, during the ACC tournament finals, they win against Virginia, 74-70. Advance to March Madness right here. They got pretty close. They let Siena get in pretty close. They didn't score what they – I guess they scored what they normally scored. They let Siena in a little bit further than they should have. Ultimately, Duke won that game. But there you go. Love the classic Duke logo. Hope they never ruin it, says Freimeister. What up, Pringle? Shout out to Isabel saying, hi, Mario. I started driving today. It was scary, but I was driving really slow. At least yesterday I passed my driver's permit test. And yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday to you, Isabel. Welcome to today's game. And congratulations on your first drive. I hope that was a lot of fun. Jerry Fields is in the chat. What up, Jerry? Jerry says, go get it, Duke. I got Christopher saying TCU, Texas, team so good for them to win. Freimeister with us. Michael Rodriguez saying, go Duke. CJ Banning says, hit that like button. Roy Williams, what up, dude? How you doing, sir? We got, looks like Courtney's in the house saying, Duke's logo reminds me of Venture Brothers cartoon. Dude, I have not seen the Venture Brothers in so long. Nice name drop, Courtney. Awesome. Shout out to everyone in the chat with us here today. Well then, plenty to talk about before tip-off here. Looks like we've got about, 18 minutes. Why don't we talk about our starters for both sides? We'll talk about the bench, and then we'll do some stat comparison. So starting today for TCU, number 24, your center, Xavier Edmonds. He is a junior, 6'8". And, he's probably someone who's going to be looking to hopefully get drafted in the NBA at this age right now. Xavier Edmonds going to be your starting center today. I got David Punch as your power forward, number 15. Number 15, a sophomore here, 246 pounds, 6'7" for David Punch. He is the highlight of this TCU offense. If you don't know David Punch's numbers, the man is averaging 14 points per game, over 14 points per game. He's shooting the basketball 51%, guys. He leads this team in points, rebounds, and assists per game. Points and rebounds, assists per game goes to Harding. But we'll talk about this in a little more detail momentarily. At small forward, Micah Robinson going to be wearing the number 5 today. He's also a sophomore, young team here for TCU. At shooting guard, number 1, that'll be Jaden Pierre. He is the only starting senior right now for this TCU team. And at point guard is going to be Brock Harding wearing that number 2 at 6 foot tall, 160 pounds, the junior out of Illinois. Okay, so this is the TCU starting lineup right now. If you don't recognize these guys, get used to some of these names because we might see names like Xavier Edmonds and David Punch in the NBA someday. There are some names on the Duke side that you might recognize from history in the past. We'll take a look at the Duke starters here. First thing you'll notice is that there are 2 guys that look very similar by the name of Boozer. Both of these Boozers are the Boozer brothers, sons and twins, sons of Carlos Boozer, who actually won a national championship with Duke University back in 2001 and won a gold medal with Team USA back in 2008. These are the boys of that guy. So pretty cool information. Nice little fun fact right there about this Duke team right now. If they thought one Boozer was good enough, the 2, I mean, why not? All right, so at center, number 21, Patrick Ngongba. Patrick Ngongba, going to be your sophomore, your center, your big guy, 6'11" here. Not a true 7-footer, but still got some pretty good size. Now, he was day-to-day and questionable to start this game. If there has been a change, I think I see my boy Santino in the chat right now. I see Santino and Dr. Delay in the chat. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? So I'm guessing he's still getting the start. We might have to double-check this right now. Cameron Boozer, power forward. We'll skip down here to Caden Boozer, the point guard. Now, they are twins, but they are fraternal twins, so they do have different sizes here. 6'9" for Cameron Boozer, the power forward. Both of these guys are freshmen, by the way. Caden Boozer, 6'4", and that makes up the Boozer brothers. Then, of course, we got small forward and shooting guard right here. Your small forward is Dame Sarr, and your shooting guard is Isaiah Evans. This makes up the starters for Duke. Now, when we see some of these other players, we've got the bench players listed out here as well. Malik Brown, Jack Scott, Cameron Sheffield, Darren Harris, Nicholas Nicholas Kamenia. I said that right the first time. These are going to be your 5 players coming off the bench. There are a lot of injuries to this Duke roster. I don't know how much of this is real serious injuries and how much of this is just, we'll see it. Mario made the quiz today. I did make the quiz today. Should be a good one. Hope I didn't screw nothing up. The bench for TCU on the other side, guys, these names are brutal. Santino was saying good luck with those. Vianney Salatochum. Yep, that's the best. I'm going to go with that. Salachum. There we go. That's Vianney Salachum. Heck of a name. Heck of a player coming in off the bench. That'll be your backup center if needed today, so we might call that name out quite a bit. Caden Edwards, J.C. Posey, Tanner Toulson, and then number 3 right here is Leotoris Lelevicius. Yes. So we are going to work on those. Andy V says, hello, what up, Andy? How you doing, sir? CJ Banning still with us. Roy Williams in the chat. We've been pretty slow with the streams lately, so we've been taking down all these slides together. We have having to crank them out, and it's going to be like that moving forward as well. Tommy Braskett, what up, man? How you doing, sir? I'm evil now, says hey, what? Okay. Great to have you guys in the chat today. So our next game should be starting in about 10 minutes. We talked about the starters. We talked about the form heading into today's game. We talked briefly here about the stats for the offense. We talked briefly about the stats for the defense. Why don't we take a look at a player-to-player comparison by position? We'll start with the smalls and work our way up to the bigs. So, Brock Harding and Caden Boozer. What can I say about these two guys? There's clearly an advantage here at the point guard spot as far as from a speed perspective, but when you really do the math, it's a 40-minute game. Brock Harding is playing 3/4 of the game. Caden Boozer is playing half the game. And the numbers aren't too far off out of these. Now, they're tied in blocks per game, but Caden Boozer, with the shots that he takes, has much more efficiency. So 49% from the floor, no wasted shots there for him. No wasted three-point shots, or less wasted three-point shots for Caden Boozer. Still, Brock Harding plays hard, 31, almost 32 of the 40 minutes per game, averaging 8 points, 5.6 assists, almost 3 boards per game, and double the steals over Caden Boozer. If I had to choose, advantage Brock Harding. But what would you go with, chat? Who would you take as your point guard? Would you take the smaller of the Boozer brothers, or would you go with Brock Harding? Brock Harding here. I almost said Brock Purdy out of just sheer habit. Sienna didn't play 4 quarters, says Mr. Mojo. What up, Mr. Mojo? Wolfie Graphics says, what up, man? What up, Wolfie Graphics? Looks like Steve is in the chat. What up, Steve? How you doing, sir? All right, man. We got the squad in here today. Owl on the prowl saying hello as well. What up, Mr. On the prowl? Eric saying, just give Duke the championship now. Oh, you know what? I need to do something here really quick. So one thing I did not do was give you guys badges and emojis for these two teams. So why don't we go do that? Let's go to the studio. Let's go to the settings. Please stand by while I add this for the members. Badges and emojis. We can scroll down to some of our emojis here. Change some of these football ones. Definitely get rid of the Eagles. Ew, gross, bro. We're going to go with Duke. And then what else do we go with here? What's the other one? Let's move. Ew, the 49ers, bro. Gross. TCU. All right, guys, those of you who are in here, feel free to refresh your screens. And if you have, obviously, a Football Nation membership, you can do that there. Also, you know, I think we're going to do one more thing. We're going to add a level. We're going to do this literally right now. We're going to make it $1. Okay, that's it. Boom. Okay. So, now we're looking for new channel members, guys. And if you guys want to help support, you can go ahead and hit that plus sign. Now we got 99-cent channel membership. So if you want to flex your team today, Frymeister Bong saying, adding a level, OMG, this is big. It's simple, man. We're doing a very simple entry level. This is another idea I got from a friend saying, hey, if this is going to be a power run right now, if you just want to give out badges and emojis, then that could be a good way to help stimulate your community. 8 minutes until tip-off here, folks. Let's talk about the shooting guard comparison. Jaden Pierre and Isaiah Evans. Jaden Pierre, your starting shooting guard here for TCU. Isaiah Evans, your starting shooting guard for Duke University. Evans has more points per game on less minutes. Jaden Pierre has more assists than Evans does. Which, by the way, if you guys are gifting out memberships on the other side there, you guys can totally do that for much cheaper now than it was before. Anyways, great idea, says Wolfie Graphics. Well, thank you, sir. Okay. Rebounds per game, advantage Isaiah Evans on less time. Steals per game, pretty close between the two. Blocks per game, advantage Isaiah Evans. And I had to triple check this because it's very rare that a field goal percentage is exactly the same between two sides. But it is 42.5, 42.5, and then a tiny 1/10 percentage advantage behind the three-point line, 36.1 and 36.2. I think if I had to give the advantage, minutes per game means so little to me. honestly, I care more about what they do in those minutes, and I would say advantage Isaiah Evans. So point guard advantage TCU, shooting guard advantage. And this is just starters, by the way. We haven't looked at the bench. Taking a look right now, how do you have 0.7 blocks a game? So pretty simple, very simple. Let's say they play 3 games. In those 3 games, you get 1 block. That means 3, right, divided by, anyways. My math is a little bit off, but I think that makes sense. I think that should make sense. If you average less than 1 block per game, it's going to be less than 1 block per game. Okay. And over the course of 30, 40 games, that's pretty simple math. Anyways, don't just stare at it, eat it. What a name. What a name, bro. He says, don't just stare at it, eat it. Oh, hey, that's Christian Bale, too. Love it. Mario, do you still have an intact bracket? Really? No, definitely not. Taco Tom, what's up, man? Looks like Paging Dr. Crutch says thrilled that you're covering this one. What up, Paging Dr. Crutch? Thanks for your comment in the chat, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2 small forwards for these 2 teams, Micah Robinson and Dame Sarr. Michael Robinson, big advantage for the small forward position here on the Duke side. Almost every single statistical category, big advantage for the small forward spot. I mean, you can look at these numbers, but TCU, this man's averaging over 10 points per game. Dame Sarr, not so much. Almost 5 boards per game. He's pickpocketing every single game. Got a shooting percentage of 39, and behind the arc, not half bad for a forward. Okay, let's continue moving forward here. Speaking of forwards, power forwards, your other boozer brother, and now we flip the script here. David Punch, no slouch. He is averaging 14.5 points per game. He is getting 7 boards per game. He's still creating blocks. He's shooting the basketball at 51%. But Cam Boozer is like Carlos Boozer, his dad, and those numbers speak for themselves, man. He plays 33 minutes per game. He's averaging over 20 points per game, 22.5. 4 assists, 10 rebounds. He's averaging a double-double right now. Should be a high draft pick in the NBA draft coming up here soon. Field goal percentage, three-point percentage, all of those advantage Cameron Boozer. So now we're sitting at 2-2 when we're doing comparisons for which team we think is going to have the advantage. And then, of course, we look at these 2 guys, Patrick Ngongba and Xavier Edmonds. And if you had to pick one of these 2 guys, it's so close, man. But Xavier Edmonds has a little more flair, a little more dimensionality than Ngongba. And that's not to take anything away from him because he's averaging 11 points. But here we're averaging 13. Assists per game. Ngongba is able to pass the ball to other players around him. He's got some support. Xavier Edmonds has to make things happen. He can shoot the three-pointer shot, man. 42%. That's not bad for someone who's 6'11", I will say. Not bad for someone who's 6 foot. Actually, he's not that tall. He's only 6'8". He's supposed to be the starting center today, but we'll see if this is it. Sparta Firework, what's up, man? Hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. All right, we'll turn these off for now, guys. That's our comparisons for both sides here today. We should have tip-off here momentarily. Before we get too far into this March Madness game, once again, here's the schedule for March Madness moving forward, guys. Sweet 16 does not start until Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no basketball. Got it? This is the second round happening right now. Sweet 16 starts Thursday. It's 4 games on Thursday, 4 games on Friday. That's 16 teams. Then we move on to the Elite 8. 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. We then fast forward from March 29th all the way to April 4th. This should be a Saturday, April 4th, Final Four, and then April 6th, Monday, will be the national championship game. Calling overtime, says Mr. Thaddeus. Problem with Duke is depth. Now an on-ball defense plus that post, says Taco Tom. Sparta Firework, what up, dude? Thanks for saying hello. I smell an upset, says Mr. Thaddeus. Noah saying, I've gotten 5 games wrong in March Madness so far. Is this going to be one of them, guys? 75% of the chat rolling with Duke today. We'll see how that goes. Here's the look at the NBA standings, guys. These are for the big boys here. You'll notice I made a little color change at the bottom of the screen. 2 teams in the top 8 in the play-in tournament on both sides. Of course, it's 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the next time you guys see this, I'll make sure to add those 9 and 10 teams right now for the play-in tournament. And we'll keep those separate because those are going to be a totally separate thing towards the end of April here. But for those of you who are NBA fans, feel free to rep your NBA team in the chat. You can talk to me, let me know who your NBA team is right now. Let's see. Isabel saying, when are you going live this week? Courtney says he's live right now. Courtney is true. Isabel, I will be live tomorrow, and then I won't be live again until the next March Madness games. I feel a giant upset coming in, says Celtics fan. Well, shout-outs to the Celtics sitting at number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Oklahoma City Thunder at 1 in the West. We got OKC, San Antonio, and Lakers in the top 3 in the West. Pistons, Celtics, and New York Knicks top 3 in the right. March Madness is underway, ladies and gentlemen, and the players that we are going to see in today's game for March Madness are likely to be selected into the NBA at some point, right? So we'll keep an eye out on some of those. My Blazers are 8th, says Eric. Let's go. Kentucky was lucky first round, says Eric. David saying, go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go, David. Golden State, says Courtney. Courtney, you're right there at the bottom of this list. I don't think the Warriors are technically out right now. They are, I think, sitting at number 10 or number 9. So the Warriors still have a chance to play and get in. It's 87 in Dallas, and I know it's toasty in San Antonio. What deodorant are you wearing, says Taco Tom. Old Spice, brother. Just keep it simple. Just keep it Old Spice, right? Just make sure you wear the undershirt so you don't sweat through. Who's going to sweep my Blazers? OKC or the Spurs? I can't wait. Yeah, the play-in tournament's kind of weird that you can have a team with an under 500 record get into the postseason. It's basically just a gimme. My Cavs are 4th. Not bad, says Dakota. Go Spurs, go, says Robert. I have TCU winning the game in my bracket. I could take the lead in my league if the Frogs do it. The Horned Frogs. My main bracket is half wrong, so I checked my second bracket that I filled out with no belief in it, and you only had 1 wrong, dude? Okay, that's pretty cool. Robert says it's 99 where he's at. Dude, that means it's got to be close to that at my house too, man. Shout out to Roger. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is about to get started here, so I'm stepping away from the chat for just a moment. Our tip-off should be coming any moment. Any second here, we should be having this tip-off. Please stand by. Here we go. TCU. Looks like we're actually getting, if I see this right, it looks like Malik Brown is getting the start here for tip-off. Looks like Malik Brown is going to be the starting center here for tip-off. We'll look into this in just a moment, but for now, looks like David Punch is there for the tip-off as well. The tip-off is going to be won by TCU. So TCU gets the opening tip, and they'll bring the ball up court. Here's some movement from the TCU side. A shot goes up. The shot is no good, and that's going to be a rebound right here. Defensive rebound for Cam Boozer. Cam Boozer able to get a board, and they move the basketball around. Caden Boozer now with it in the point guard spot. Boozer against Brock Harding. Boozer passes to the left-hand side. The clock is ticking with 19 and a half. Cross-court pass into the wing area. Looks like another pass here. Good ball movement, ladies and gentlemen. You'll notice a change on the screen. Here's a kick to the corner. One more to the wing. Jab step drive. Foul coming in. And it looks like it's going to be a turnover here. So the whistles come in and stop the clock. Turnover here, and it becomes TCU's basketball. So TCU ball. Here's the inbound pass, and Brock Harding brings it up. Brock Harding moving around. So you'll notice another thing here as well, guys. I made a few changes in case you didn't notice. Refresh this one more time. There we go. All right, so my big thing is trying to make sure that we've got all of this lined up. Looks like we're actually going to be a little bit behind unless we see this change, and I might have to bring up my own piece right now. Here's Brock Harding. He pulls up and shoots the mid-range jump shot. This one is good for the first bucket of the game. Looks like TCU is first to draw blood. The score is 2-0. And Duke comes back right now. About 18 and a half left to play here in the first half. Moving the ball around well here. Duke with possession. Boozer inside to Boozer. And Boozer alley-oops this one up. It's brought down by Malik Brown. Malik Brown goes upstairs for the jam. TCU coming back with the basketball. Of course, an extended play clock here for March Madness. Here's a feed to the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. TCU still with possession, a drive. He's at the free throw line right now. Kicks it to the three-point line. Works his way around. Doesn't like it. It's tipped away. Moves the ball around the arc. Pulls up for a triple. Splash! That's a shot for TCU. Three-point shot is good. It's Duke's ball now. And just out of curiosity, are you guys digging this style of down at the bottom right now? Duke with possession, 18 minutes left to play. Basketball in the hands of Dame Sarr. Sarr kicks this one to Evans. Evans makes his move. He's in the paint. Now he's just outside the key. Fancy footwork here. Can't get the shot to fall. It's rebounded by Punch. Punch gets a defensive board right now. Refresh my screen one more time. Make sure I've got everything you're looking for. A little bit behind right now. Here's the shot. It's off the mark. It's another defensive rebound by Duke. So Duke gets the board. It's 5-2. Duke trails by 3. I got Caden Boozer with the basketball. He passes to Isaiah Evans. Back to Boozer. Boozer looking for a screen. Boozer at the three-point line. Kicks to the corner. Dame Sarr lets it fly. Bang! That's a shot for Dame Sarr. It's all tied up. It's 5-5. 5-5. 17 here left to go. Thank you for the heads up, Larry. Come from behind, says Eric. Please stand by while I make some further adjustments right now. Looks like TCU has possession here. This should give us a cleaner view of everybody on the court for both sides. This is going to be a turnover here, and it looks like it's stolen by David Punch. Punch kicks this one back, and a layup goes in for Boozer. Looks like Caden Boozer will score 2 more. Good shot for Caden Boozer. It's 7-5. Duke with a 2-point lead. TCU with it here. Here's a feed inside, and David Punch gets his first shot to fall. It's 7-7. It's 7 up. I don't mind a little behind, says Living Like Larry. Represent TCU. It's all good, a little behind. Thank you, Felipe. You know, if we do need to change it, we can easily change this right now. I did set this up to go back to the old school way if needed. So I have no problem doing it that way. But I figured this could give us a little more visibility. Looks like there's a foul here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get a substitution. It's a foul on Micah Robinson, so he picks up his first foul of the day. Micah Robinson gets his first foul. We're seeing a couple of substitutions for both sides. Looks like Ngongba is coming in right now for Duke, and it looks like Lelevicius is coming in as well. Stolen basketball here. TCU comes away with it, and March Madness is underway, folks. 16 minutes left to play. David Punch lets the 3 fly. No good. There's a foul under the rim, and they're going to call this 2 shots. Xavier Edmonds draws the foul. Patrick Ngongba comes in, a TV timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, while they get all of this situated. This stops the clock with exactly 16 minutes here left to play, and our first commercial break of the day. What a boozer overhead, says Living Like Larry. TCU just needs to hang around. It's madness, says Eric. So yeah, guys, I've got 2 options here. We could either keep it this way, the old school way, the traditional way that we did, and move this thing around ourselves. Might be a little bit of a chameleon work right here. Or we can, and that's fine with me. I personally think that this looks better and there's no spoilers, but that's just my opinion. I have no problem being hands-off. It does allow me to keep my hands free and not have to worry about it. CJ Banning says it's behind is okay. He likes the view. Game just started, says Taco Tom. I know. But it's an official TV timeout. That one for me, says Robert Zamora. We can take a poll here as well, guys, but I am genuinely curious to see what you guys are thinking as far as which layout you prefer. Anyways, The score right now is 7-7. Game is all tied up. Taking a quick look right now to see how we're doing on this live stream. I did not have super high expectations for this stream. It was part of the reason why I was so hesitant on covering these games in the first place, right? Just because there's a lot of competition for the attention out there. But we're sitting at about 250 people watching. That's good. Roy says, agree. It's a shame someone else can't move the ball for you, says Freimeister. Courtney says, do the poll. CJ says, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, unless I did a screen share and someone had a separate PC somewhere else, because I still need the mouse to do all kinds of other stuff right now. I still need the mouse to do some other stuff. But again, I personally really like this March Madness look. We can try. We'll try a drive here. Why not? We'll try a drive here. We'll do one. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. I like the old one, but that's a lot to move the ball and make the call. It's what I do, Freimeister. Doesn't matter to me. I'll take it either way, says Tommy. Well, oh, hey-oh. Let's pull this over real quick. Make sure y'all can see the super chats coming in. Cool. All right, Freimeister's in the chat. What up, Freimeister? Trying to figure out best places to put these as well. Trying to figure out best places to put these chats as well. It's all right. We'll figure it out. Pound that thumbs up, says Cushing. Cushing-ish. Boozer or Harding? Boozer. We're going with Boozer. Why not? Trent. Couple substitutions. Looks like Jaden Pierre is subbing out for TCU, and Tanner Toulson is subbing in for TCU. Tanner Toulson subbing in for TCU right now. 16 minutes left to play here in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all tied up 7-7. 50-second like, says Roy. Here's the inbound pass, and it looks like they're moving it around well. A pump fake, a kick to the three-point line. David Punch passes backwards. Toulson kicks it to the top of the screen. Good ball movement here. Trying to find his way in. TCU, there's a foul underneath the rim right now. Dame Sarr going to commit the foul. Dame Sarr commits the foul here. And it looks like Xavier Edmonds going to draw it. So I think this is going to be a I think it's going to be a loose ball foul here. So not a shooting foul. 15:44 left to go. We start the clock. Here's the inbound pass. A floater goes up. It's off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Duke. Rebound by Duke, and they're coming back at the hash mark right here. A bounce pass to the inside, under the rim, going up and shooting, getting the bucket. Ngongba makes the layup right there. It's 9-7. 9-7. David Punch hanging around the top of the key. Passes this backwards here, and Lelevicius will shoot this one off balance. Offensive rebound now, and Harding kicks it to Punch. Robinson, excuse me. No, that is Punch. Punch, a spin move inside, will shoot and miss. There's going to be a foul over the back foul right now. And David Punch misses an 8-foot shot with 15 minutes left to go. So foul on David Punch. I think they're going to call this a charge. It's a turnover, and it's Duke ball. So Duke gets possession. We're getting a substitution right now. David Punch hitting the bench right now. Michael Robinson is filling in here. About 15 minutes left to play, and we're back to it. Inside the area, going to turn this thing over. It's stolen the other way by TCU. TCU on the attack, a kick to the three-point line. This ball flies. That's no good. Missed shot right there by Lelevicius. Another foul under the rim. Looks like this foul is on Isaiah Evans of Duke. So Duke committing another foul right now, and it looks like that'll take us to the free throw line. This one should be a shooting foul, I suppose. Maybe not. 14:43 left to go. Doesn't look like a shooting foul to me. Says Mario, Iowa 1. Here's a shot from three-point land, and you know what? That's a big bucket right there for the Horned Frogs. Big bucket now. I'm going to actually step away from the NBA court right now. I think we're going to roll with this. Duke with the basketball here. I want to make sure I can call the names more properly, and I'm not familiar enough to have that kind of flow like I am with the NBA. A foul happening here. Looks like Caden Boozer is going to get dinged right now. Foul on Xavier Edmonds of TCU. We'll scroll this down just a hair. We'll scroll this down just a hair. There we go. Duke, a pump fake at the three-point line. Working around the horn here. Just outside, a feed inside, and this is going to be some contact. No whistle here, and Boozer cannot believe that he does not draw the foul. 14 minutes and 11 seconds here left to play. I'm going to let my clock tick down a little bit. We'll catch this thing up. 14-11 left to play in the first half. Duke down by 1. Basketball in the hands of TCU. Specifically, it's Jaden Pierre who lets the three ball fly. This one is going to be no good from 25 feet out. Rebound by Ngongba. Ngongba with the basketball here. Ngongba looking for a feed to Boozer. Cam Boozer out to Ngongba. Pump fake at the three-point line. David Punch jumps on it. This is going to be a bad pass. It's stolen by TCU. TCU trying to fight their way in. This shot goes up and in. And this one looks like it's Mitchell Robinson who gets the bucket. So TCU is up 12-9. 4 turnovers already in this game for Duke. Here's the drive. Here's the shot. The little floater not good enough here, but it is going to be an offensive rebound for Duke. Cam Boozer with it. Passes this backwards to the three-point line, and now it's Harris. It looks like Darren Harris tries to pass to Boozer, and another turnover for Boozer. I think they pointed this in the direction of TCU. Let's take a quick look. Popcorn playa, saying football. Big bucket of extra crispy, says DJ Gene. Let's go, says Jay Mullen. What up, Jay Mullen? Shout out to Country Kisses in the chat right now. By the way, the basketball does remain Duke ball, and a layup and one opportunity. Bang! Malik Brown draws the foul and takes a trip to the free throw line. Looks like Duke is going to get to shoot one additional shot with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the first. So far here in this game, it looks like for Duke, Malik Brown is leading this squad in points with just 4. On the other side, looks like Michael Robinson leads TCU with 5 points. Point leaders at the top of the screen, ladies and gentlemen, just so you can see this here. Malik Brown at the free throw line to tie this game up, so the first bucket was there, and the and one will also be good. 13 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. It is all tied up at 12-12. TCU takes over now. TCU with the ball. At the three-point line, moving it around, TCU hanging on to it. Looks like this is David. Looks like it's David Punch. Punch backwards here. Moving it. Here's a three-point shot. This three-point shot is nothing but net for Brock Harding. Big bucket there again, man. Crispy fried chicken being served up all day with these buckets. Someone call the Colonel. Duke with the basketball here. It is Boozer. Boozer cross court. Good. Great ball movement. A pump fake. And one more pass inside. Smothered all over Boozer. A foul comes in. Boozer is fouled right now. It's going to be a foul on Leotaris Lelevicius. Leotaris Lelevicius going to be charged with a foul here. It stops the clock with 12:29, and it looks like Boozer goes to the free throw line for 2. So Cameron Boozer to shoot 2 shots. Cameron Boozer to shoot 2. Boss Gamer says TCU. Go Duke, says Alvin. I see you, man. First free throw is there. Bobby saying just got off the phone with Nuncio and take TC. Boss Gamer, TCU. Looks like Tamerlan saying go Duke. TCU would pull this off, I think, says Boss Gamers. 12:29. First free throw was there. Second free throw for Cam Boozer is also good. It is 14-15. Looks like our first actual timeout is going to be called here. Or are we just getting a few substitutions? Looks like just a few substitutions happening. No timeout. Dame Sarr is subbing in for Duke. And on the court right now for Duke, you got Brown, Sarr, Boozer, Kamenia, and Harris. On the court for TCU. TCU with the basketball. Pass to the three-point line. This three-point shot off the front of the rim. No good there for Lelavicius. A missed shot for TCU. Duke with the basketball. This is the smaller of the two Boozer brothers. Backwards pass looked a little sketchy right there. Darren Harris almost loses it back into the hands of Boozer. Boozer double-teamed. Pass to the top of the three-point line. Feeds inside. Looks like there's going to be a foul coming in right now. And it looks like Kamenia going to draw a foul. Kamenia draws a foul. It stops the clock with 11:51. Another TV timeout coming in right now. That foul is on Lelavicius, and I believe Lelavicius likely, he's got 2 fouls already early in this game. Lelavicius might end up in foul trouble quickly. Go Big Ten, says Roy Williams. Do you think Xavier Edmonds gets 7 rebounds? I think that's possible. So far in this game, though, he's got 0. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are new, I want to draw your attention to the right side of this screen. Let's actually do one thing real quick. I want to draw your attention to the right side of this screen. I'm going to put this way down here. Put this way down here. There we go. Better. 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 Okay. So I've got stats on the right-hand side here for you guys. This is the point leaders for both sides. These are the rebound leaders for both sides. And these are the assist leaders for both sides. Keep in mind, on the Duke side, it could be confusing considering that there are 2 Boozer brothers who are twins. So there is a stat right here, and the numbers on their jerseys are also there as well. You can see, I wonder if y'all could see this over here. My mouse, you can see that, number 6, number 12, number 2. That's how you know who's who. Down towards the bottom of the screen, you can see exactly who is on the court. This gives you guys a little more visibility to see how players are performing. The top 5 players are the players who are currently on the court. You can see the points, rebounds, assists, and personal fouls. So if you're curious as to what's going on in this game, I try my hardest to make sure there is data here available for you. If you guys appreciate the work that we do on this channel, if y'all don't have access to this game, whether it's a geographical issue, whether it's a financial barrier, whether it's a visual impairment, whatever your reason is for hanging out with us, maybe you're just looking for a sense of community because you wanted to see what this channel was about. I got you guys. Hang out with us, smash the like button, say hello, chat with our community here, be a part of it. Don't just sit in the background, man. This is a lot more fun when we have more people checking in right now. ESPN format, I like it, says Felipe. We do our best, sir. We do what we can. But it's not just those graphics that we bring y'all. We do like to talk about additional data. We talked about this during the pregame, right? The form of TCU heading into here. They've lost 1 game in the last 5. Obviously, it wasn't the opening round of the NCAA tournament, but Duke has yet to drop a game. And when we look at the big stats right now, when we look at the massive comparison between the two, this is what really stands out to me is the average score margin. TCU is beating teams by 6 points on average. Duke is beating teams by 19 points on average. We're not exactly seeing that here in the first half of this game, but it is still early in this game. So the score is 15-14. The TV timeout is almost done here. TV timeout is almost done here. We are at the free throw line, just so you guys are aware. Looks like Kamenia will shoot his first of his 2 free throws. Kamenia's first free throw is good. We are tied up at 15-15. 15-15, Noah has Duke by 10. Both free throws are good for Kamenia. Looks like on the court right now is Brown, Sarr, Boozer, Kamenia, and Evans for Duke. TCU with the basketball, number 9 TCU looking to pull off an upset here today. 11.5 left to play in the first. Moving the basketball around the three-point line. TCU looking sharp with their passing. Here's a bounce pass to the left-hand side for Brock Harding. Harding passes this one backwards. Jaden Pierre going to miss that three-point shot. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Duke. Looks like Dame Sarr comes away with the board. Boozer kicks this backwards. Backwards to Malik Brown. Brown feeds inside. Trouble here. Has to clear it one more time. Dame Sarr shoots the triple off the mark. Rebounded by Malik Brown. And Duke, another three-point shot. This time it's good. Bang! Isaiah Evans from 25 feet out. My goodness. And a big three-point shot from the straightaway the other way. TCU answers right back. Michael Robinson with a sniper shot from 32 feet out. Brock Harding going to be credited with an assist on this one here as well. Basketball with Duke. Duke, ball to the bottom of your screen here. They're in the wing. A jab step at the three-point line. Isaiah Evans works his way in, almost blocked from behind. A ton of pressure here. No over-the-back foul. Duke fans going to be upset about that no call. Backwards pass behind the back. Clear off-ball foul under the rim as well. This time it was Duke who committed the foul, but no whistle came in. Ball flying and whipping around for TCU. A little spin shot. The shot is good. Xavier Edmonds knocks down a routine shot from just inside the free throw line. It is 20-19. 20-19. Caden Boozer on the dribble, working the straightaway here. Caden Boozer against Brock Harding. Boozer to the left. It's Isaiah Evans. Evans to the left again. It's Malik Brown. Looks like a whistle comes in. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Jaden Pierre. This will stop the clock with 9:48 here. Foul against TCU. Looks like an off-ball foul. By the way, win percentage today, despite the fact that Duke is down by one here, 88% likeliness to win according to ESPN for Duke. TCU fans will likely feel the other way. At the free throw line, this free throw is good. It is 20-20. Isaiah Evans was fouled moments ago. Isaiah Evans was fouled moments ago. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. Looks like both free throws are good, and it's 21-20. 21-20, TCU with the basketball now. Working at the March Madness logo way high in the front court there. A roundabout way to get to the baseline. Good ball movement around the three-point line once again from TCU. On the dribble here, bounce pass inside. David Punch smothered, tries to clear it. Shot clock down to 3. This bucket is not there. Back of the rim this time, just a little too much mustard. And Duke comes away with it once again. Good defensive rebound by Dame Sarr. Cameron Boozer on the move here against Edmonds. Going to bounce inside. This one's going to be a foul. No, they're going to call this a turnover. Looks like a turnover here on Ngongba. Bad pass. That's his second bad turnover of the day. Bro, that was ugly. 9:05. It'll be TCU basketball. So TCU forces yet another turnover. Tight defense so far from TCU. They are playing tight up on Duke right now. It is TCU's ball. TCU brings it up. Bounce, and it's Tanner Toulson. Toulson to Lelavicius. Lelavicius, cross, nope, that's stolen. Stolen the other way. Here comes Duke, trying to transition on the fast break. Gonna go up and in quickly, coast to coast. Well done, Isaiah Evans. Evans now leads the team with 7 points. Evans leading this team with 7 points. It's 23-20. TCU looking for an answer here. They started off well, but they seem to be shaken a little bit. Here's a mid-range jump shot from the free throw line. This shot's not there. There's a bucket and a foul coming in for TCU. 8:23 left to play. Tanner Toulson gets the offensive rebound, gets the shot and the foul. It's 22-23. TCU goes to the free throw line for one more shot. So an and one shot. We're going to get a couple of substitutions right now here for TCU. Xavier Edmonds subbing out for TCU. Vianney Salachum checking in for TCU in place of Xavier Edmonds. Here's Toulson to shoot this one and tie it up. Toulson's free throw, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Cam Boozer. We start the clock again. Cameron Boozer will bring it up. He's crossing the March Madness logo now. By the way, Duke has been to the free throw line. 7 shots at the free throw line today. Just the 1 shot today. That is a 3-point shot. The bucket and the foul from downtown. Count it. Isaiah Evans makes a 26-foot jump shot from the straightaway and draws the foul. So and one, a 4-point play potentially coming at you now. And this is going to make a big difference here for Duke as far as a mental standpoint to have a 5-point lead. It's been close so far. They can maybe get some distance between them and TCU. The and one opportunity is good for Duke. It's 27-22. Brock Harding crossing half court. Harding using a screen from David Punch. Bounce this one over to Toulson. Toulson to Harding. Harding up to Robinson. Robinson to Punch. Punch again. Pass to Toulson. Toulson shot from the baseline. No good. Rebound, Duke. That's going to be a defensive rebound from Cam Boozer. Boozer looking for the hot hand here. Isaiah Evans shoots an air ball, a nasty missed shot, and it looks like this will go out of bounds. Last touched by Duke. Maybe an injury here. Kamenia slow to get up. Looks like he's holding the back of his head. Might have knocked it on the hardwood there. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like another official TV timeout is coming in here. Another TV timeout. We go to a commercial break. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Welcome to Football Nation. If you're new, good to be live with y'all today. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Hoping that today's live stream ends up bringing fireworks. Bit of a slow start right now. We got about 300 people watching. Have you smashed that like button yet? If you haven't, please be sure to do so. Please be sure to do so. Let's take a look at this chat right now. TCU holding up. What up, Mark McKay? What up, Larry? Like the stream so Mario gets more engagement and numbers. Thank you, Nathan. That is exactly right. Don't forget to leave chats here, guys. Say hello. Let us know what's going on. W. Mark, thank you for this, says Cat Guy. What up, Cat Guy? And thank you to Mark. Mark, having people come in as well. Retired Aiden, what's up, man? How are you, sir? Frymeister Bond saying hello. Felipe Hernandez. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I was looking for another content, and it's not even close, unless it's a large network. Hell of a job, Mario and team. Thank you, Felipe. Shout out to Santa Claus saying good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing, Mr. Santa Claus? What's going on to GG 26380? Good game from Boca Raton here, says GG. What up, GG? Frymeister Bond, Robert Zamora, Felipe. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. All right, I say it all the time, guys. Here are the stats one more time for y'all. These are the stats one more time. Duke should have the advantage in this game. They are up by 5. 7 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this one. In the first half of this one, I should say. We're past the midway point of the first half. Congratulations to Michigan and Michigan State, says Mark McKay. Love it. Love, love, love it. Once again, for those of you who missed it, guys, we will have the March Madness schedule coming at you all throughout the day here, throughout this game. The Sweet 16 does not start until Thursday, guys. So after tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no basketball. Sweet 16 starts on March 26th. Thursday, there'll be 4 games. Friday, there will be 4 games. Then the Elite 8 will have 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no basketball. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, plenty of basketball. Then we take the week off. April 4th will be on Saturday. That's the Final Four. Both games will happen here, and the National Championship will be 2 days after that. Patrick, thanks for saying that, man. Appreciate you. What up, Patrick? That's a cute picture of your dog there, dude. Very cute picture of the dog. Ladies and gentlemen, commercial break is just about over. It is 27-22. Duke with a 5-point lead here in this March Madness game. Duke versus TCU. 7:34 left to go. I'm ready for it. Izzo is a legend, says Frymeister. Looks like a couple substitutions coming in. Jaden Pierre checking back in and Xavier Edmonds checking back in for TCU. You'll notice that we've got 3 starters on the court for Duke as well. We've got Evans, Sarr, Boozer, Kamenia, and Ngongba in right now for Duke. 7:34 left to go in the first. This is the second round of the NCAA March Madness tournament. And the winner of this game will be waiting to see who wins between Kansas and I forget who. But we'll talk about that in a moment. Ball in the hands of TCU. The clock has started once again. We've seen Brock Harding out there for 90% of this, if not the entire game so far for TCU. Harding trying to use a screen. We'll pass this one to Jaden Pierre. Pierre back to Harding. Harding to the wing here. Clock winding down here. David Punch under the rim. Sticky fingers coming in. They're saying it's out of bounds. Last touched by Duke, but 0.2 left to go on the shot clock. They're also calling this a kick ball. I saw the official kick it and then say it's TCU ball, so 0.2 left to go. Not enough time to get this thing up. They're going to shoot, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. So 7:03 left to go. It is a turnover here. Shot clock violation. Duke basketball. Mr. Hershey, thank you, sir. Patrick, my favorite college team? I don't know, man. Probably the Longhorns at this point, but that's just because they were really good. Wow, alley-oop on the inside right there for Duke. That's going to be Ngongba who makes the 3-foot oop right there, and that's going to be a 29-22 game. David Punch to Hershey. Excuse me, David Punch. I said Hershey because I saw Brock's name there. Wrong Brock, Brock Harding. Brock Harding passes this to the opposite side. Now he gets it back. Here's the move. Looks like Xavier Edmonds tries to bounce this one inside, and TCU looks all sorts of discombobulated. Duke's defense is smothering them. I haven't seen tight defense like this in a while, and this is really, really good from the Duke side of things. 29-22 is the score. Duke brings the ball up court right now. It is Boozer. So Cam Boozer uses the screen. Kicks it to the three-point line. This three-point shot rattles the rim. No good from Kamena. Xavier Edmonds gets the defensive rebound. Here is Hershey. Edmonds goes up. He's going to draw the foul. They're going to call this a block against Duke. And it's TCU who draws the foul. Spartan/Blue Money says no bootlickers allowed. Shout out to JT. Hello, JT. Watching from Kansas City. Bringing home for the boys, says JT. TCU having to play against 8, sadly. Can Duke play a game without having the officials in their pocket? We'll find out here, David. We will find out. All that being said, Xavier Edmonds was fouled. He is at the free throw line, and he makes the first of his 2 shots. Dame Sarr subbing out for Duke. Caden Boozer subbing in for Duke. So now we've got both Boozer brothers out there on the court. Xavier Edmonds going to shoot his second free throw with 6:05 left to go in the first. Second free throw off the back of the rim. It's an offensive rebound here. Whistle comes in for over the back foul, and the official quickly points this way. I did not see a foul. Coach is objecting about it here. Are college games usually low scores? Yes, country. College games are usually much lower scoring. We're looking at averages between 60 and 75 points per game for either side for college basketball. We've seen some high games get up into the 90s, heck, even into triple digits, but that's not usual. Let's start this clock right now. Moving the ball around. Here's the shot. No, he goes up to shoot. Passes it mid-air to David Punch. David Punch tries to bounce pass to Edmonds. Edmonds will just shoot this thing. Has to. Over Boozer. No good. Boozer. Good defensive pressure and good rebound. Here's Boozer to Boozer. Back to Boozer. Oh, my goodness. Caden on the move. Caden looking for an outlet cross court. Here's a three-point shot. Front of the rim. No good here from Evans. Rebound offensively, Malik Brown. Another shot, this time Isaiah Evans makes a diving layup right there. 31-23. Timeout will be called. TCU. So TCU needs a break here. First real timeout called of this game. Lots of TV timeouts, but the first real timeout called by TCU. They have 3 remaining after this one here. Can TCU answer back? Duke has been so good defensively. There's not much that TCU can really do at this point. Let's see. I guess I'm just used to hearing NBA teams scoring every other shot. Yes, for sure. Santino says, did you say Boozer? I sure did, Sarah. I sure did. Shout out to Real Bill. What's up, Real Bill? I got Addison saying, I'm excited. What up, Addison? Jenks saying, let's go TCU, baby. Get it together, TCU, says Roy Williams. All right, guys. If you're going for TCU, drop some purple. If you're going for Duke, drop some blue. Let's see who you are rooting for today. Over 400, almost 500 votes here. Let's see if we can get that to 1,000 votes, and let's find out who you guys are rooting for. I'll pop it up right here officially if you guys want to see your name scroll by on this screen. So who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? Are you going to say the San Antonio Spurs? Is it? JT, what up, man? What's your champion? Wait, what? I love Jelly. What's up? Let's go TCU, says Cat Guy. What up, Cat Guy? Patrick dropping the blue here for Duke. Robert with Duke. Scott with Duke. Roy, that looks to me like TCU tears. CJ Banning saying he's going with Duke. Robert Whitlow. What up, Robert? How you doing? What's going on, Mr. Whitlow? I got Country checking in with TCU. Looks like Milka saying Duke. Love it. TCU definitely not winning, but they're covering the 11-point spread, says NGC Toasty. What up, NGC? TCU, says Real Bill. Ricky dropping the purple here. Mark McKay on the Duke side. Frymeister Bond says, I'm Steelers. That's it. Christopher, I see you on the TCU side there. What up, Milka? Milka _FN. Welcome, guys. Hey, thanks for doing that with me. Does the majority of America still hate Christian Laettner? I don't know that the majority hates Christian Laettner. Maybe they do. Santa Claus with the blueberries. Frymeister Bond. I got Mario, otherwise I wouldn't care. TCU, like their mascot, that's my choice. Who do I got winning this one? I got Duke winning this one. I love Jelly. NGC Toasty, cheers. Chris, Santa Claus, thank you guys for checking in and participating with me during that commercial break. Looks like this commercial break is over. By the way, this game is happening in Carolinas right now. South Carolina? I think this game's happening in South Carolina. Okay. Commercial break is over, Arthur Elliott. I see your chat out there. Leading both sides in points. I have this data to the right side of your screens, your phones, your tablets, your TVs, whatever you're watching me on. If you've got a smart TV, if you've got a Fire Stick and you've got YouTube, find this channel on there. It makes it so much easier than having to put your fingers on the screen and zoom in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start this one more time. Basketball in the hands of TCU. A feed inside. Edmonds goes up, left side of the glass, puts it up and in. It's 25-31. That's a shot for TCU. Good job there by Xavier Edmonds. Coming back with it now, though, is Caden Boozer. Caden Boozer of Duke. Ooh, got a man on skates right now. Caden Boozer making Brock Harding struggle here. A nice feed inside from Boozer. That's an assist right there. And that's a jam from Malik Brown. Brown gets the bucket. Brown gets the bucket. And TCU is on the attack at the moment. TCU on the left side of your screens. Ball at the March Madness logo. Now we're at the top of the screen in the wing here. Brock passes inside. Harding kicks it to the three-point line. This three-point shot no good for Micah Robinson. Cam Boozer gets the rebound again. About 4:20 left to play in the first. Cam Boozer with the basketball. TCU has taken 11 shots from three-point land. Wow, the alley-oop no good right there for Duke. Change of possession. TCU coming back with it. A jab step. Backwards pass. And David Punch not looking punchy at all today. There will be a whistle that stops the clock with 3:59. David Punch bleeding from the nose. Someone must have clipped him. He is dripping blood pretty good, huh? It's all right, big dog. It happens. You're okay. Looks like we're going to go to a quick little timeout here, folks. Casey saying hello in the chat. What up, Casey? I saw a couple of you guys checking in. New subscriber. Thanks, Milka. Appreciate that. Looks like the Horned Frogs, there was a foul that came in on the other side, but no whistle. So commercial break. It's a TV timeout. It's an injury timeout. David Punch, bleeding from the face. Let's see. Mario's on my TV, says Steve. Let's go. Real Bill saying, please don't forget to tune in for Buffalo Bills action as Mario calls play-by-play action for the Bills Mafia. Believe me, says Real Bill. Game is being played in Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you, Mr. Mullen. What happened to Latner? Got you on both my big screen and my laptop. Let's go, Robert. Appreciate that. Rock and roll, man. Cool. So once again, for those of you who missed our pregame, y'all, why don't we take a quick look at some of the NBA standings real quick one more time, because I've been trying to work out and fill out my sleeves here. Not really working all too well. Not so bad. It's okay. We'll get there, right? But for the next few weeks, I'm going to be working on my form. Meanwhile, my San Antonio Spurs will be working on their form. They're just 3 wins behind OKC. Just 3 wins behind OKC. Some really big wins for San Antonio here too, man. How about that last-minute buzzer beater for Victor Wembanyama over the Phoenix Suns? Would have loved to have covered that game. But we will be going back to the NBA, guys, likely during that few-day stretch here for March Madness when there aren't any March Madness games. There will be NBA games. And then, of course, at the end of March Madness, we'll be looking ahead to the play-in tournament. We'll see Phoenix, Portland. I believe down here it's the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors. And on the other side, we got the Atlanta Hawks, the Miami Heat. My gosh, I want to say that the 76ers are still in there, but I'm not even sure about that. Let's see, cats or dogs? Commenter dog. We got 2 dogs. I'm allergic to cats. But just so you know, cat guy, my name is Mario. You can call me Mario. You can @ Football Nation. Totally cool for me. That 13.5 looks sketchy, says Felipe. Duke's worse because they don't have Cooper Flag. Yeah. And he's not really doing all that much in Dallas right now either. TCU need to cover +20, and I'm up, says Pans in the Kitchen. Pans in the Kitchen. Patrick saying, did you make a bracket? Are we? Says Santino. This week? Question mark. I don't know, Santino. We might. We might. Let's see, Mario, what's the next game that you are doing? You can ask Santino that in the chat. I think he's got the schedule. We talked about it this morning. Let's see. Shout out to my Pistons. They rollin', says Silly Gamer. Folks, commercial break is over. So let's get back to the action. That looked like that was an elbow that came in from Boozer. So Cam Boozer threw an arm out and popped David Punch in the nose. So now I'm wondering if they're going to see if this is going to be a flagrant. This could be a flagrant foul against Boozer, guys. So this is being looked at right now. Boozer picked up his arm. He was dribbling with the left, right? So he picks up his arm to get past. He picks up his arm to get past David Punch. In the process, clips him in the nose with the elbow. He still got the dribble on the left side, so he gets him right there. They're looking at this because there was blood, literal blood on the court. And if you go by no blood, no foul, well, there's blood here, so there was likely a foul. So they're going to take a look at this to see if it was excessive. This could be an extended timeout, guys. Looks like David Punch got a cotton swab up that nose. We'll see how long he's out for, if there's any extended period or not. Might just need a minute. Ouch, says Tommy. Ouch indeed, sir. St. Patrick, Holy Trinity. Let's go. Looks like Trex saying should be a flagrant, but it's Boozer. They'll give him a free car or something. Tell me how you really feel, Trex. We're still in the middle of this timeout, folks, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Clock stopped with 20, looks like the score is 25-33. Clock stopped with 3:59 at this moment. It's all right, David Punch. You don't got to cry. Your nose isn't broken. That might be broken. That might be twisted. Is his nose, did it break his nose? His nose might be chueco, dude. Okay. His nose might legitimately be a little bit crooked here. They're going to take a look at this. Punch got punched. Punch got Muay Thai'd right there. What's wrong with Muay Thai? Kidding. Muay Thai sounds really good. Less than 4 to play, guys. These NCAA officials taking their time on making this call. Boozer put the elbow on the bridge of the nose of Punch. Please, no ejection. LOL, yes. No blood, no foul. Nice call. Hey, you're up to 155K subs. I wish I was. We're up to 115K, Angela. Flagrant 1 elbow foul against Boozer. 2 free throws will be awarded to TCU. And if he's not able to shoot his free throws, anybody can shoot the free throws for David Punch. So is David Punch going to be okay to come back into this game? It's a flagrant 1 right now. Yeah, Angela, you freaked me out. I was like, did we pick up 40,000 subscribers on this live stream? When did that happen? 115. But when we get to 145, I hope that you're here for that moment, Angela. Free throw. Ooh, off the rim. Doink. Lelavicious. Big free throw to miss right there. First free throw, no good. They'll get 2 shots and the basketball here. Second free throw is good for Lelavicious. He makes number 2 of 2. So a couple of free throws coming in right now. And TCU with the basketball. TCU on the drive, pass to the three-point line, moving the ball here well, quickly. TCU at the bottom of your screen, using another screen, bounce pass to an open man. Edmonds is now double-teamed. Edmonds looking for the back door. He finds someone there. There's got to be the shot. There's a shot and a foul. No bucket, but another trip to the free throw line. 3:42 here left to go, and it looks like Michael Robinson gets a trip to the stripe. So Michael Robinson gets a trip to the free throw line. It's another foul on Cameron Boozer, by the way. So Cam Boozer now up to 2 fouls. He's got as many fouls as he does points in this game. At the free throw line, Michael Robinson to shoot 2 shots for TCU. First free throw is good. Michael Robinson knocks down the first of 2. Again, Cam Boozer, 2 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 personal fouls. Second free throw, no good. It will be rebounded this time. Looks like Isaiah Evans comes away with it. So the score is 27-33. 27-33, it's a 6-point game. Cam Boozer kicks it to the corner. This three-point shot, no good. It will be spiked off the body right now of Jaden Pierre. Malik Brown gets the offensive rebound and just fastballs that thing. Did it hit him in the jewels? Oh, what happened here? It looks like there was a foul on the way up. Maybe a dead arm foul. His arm just goes down. Pierre seems okay. Pierre's okay. Good IQ there by Malik Brown. Isaiah Evans missed the shot down there. That's the shot at the bottom of the screen that you can see. That was a miss. We're about to get the inbound pass. Looks like Jaden Pierre is subbing out for TCU, and Tanner Toulson will be coming in for TCU. 3:25, the clock starts. No look pass across to the top of the screen in the corner here. Still with it, Isaiah Evans. Evans looking for a screen. He gets the screen, bounces this inside. Ball movement, ball movement. Here's the move from Caden Boozer. Shot clock down to 3. This one off the rim, no good. Fighting for the board. It's in the hands of TCU. Looks like Lelavicious comes up with the board, and Lelavicious is at the three-point line for TCU. Hands this over. And right now, Xavier Edmonds looking for a way in. Someone has to do something for TCU. That's good. Strong body in the weight room there. Xavier Edmonds bullies his way to the inside. 29-33. Edmonds is now up to 10 points. Edmonds is now up to 10 points. A foul, loose ball foul, or off-ball foul, I should say. Looks like Malik Brown gonna commit a foul. Unless this is a foul on TCU. And it could be on Xavier Edmonds. I think it might be on Edmonds. Looked like a flop to me. We'll stop the clock. 2:37. 2:37. I think this is going to stay Duke basketball. Let's take a look at it one more time. I think, yeah, it looks like we're in the bonus now, folks. So it looks like Duke is in the bonus after this one with 2:37 here left to go. 10 fouls in the first half puts puts Duke in the bonus. A couple more fouls there for Duke. First free throw here is good. What did I miss? I missed adding something here, guys. The score is 34-29. I missed that shot on the other end. Is that David Robinson's kid? No. No. Maybe. We'll take a look. Is that David Robinson's kid? I don't know. That's a good question. It could be Chet. Maybe you could do some research for me. Admiral's son, says Felipe? Well, I know the Boozer brothers, Carlos Boozer's kids are out here. If that is Robinson's son, that's news to me, and that's super cool. Okay, ball sails out of bounds at the bottom of the screen. TCU had possession. They will retain possession. 2:17 left to play in the first half of this one. Lined up to inbound this is Tanner Toolson. Toolson trying to help TCU come back from this 5-point deficit. Inbound pass. Brock Harding feeds to Edmonds, kicks to the corner. This corner three, no bueno, and it will be rebounded again by Boozer. Boozer, Caden Boozer, to the bottom of the screen now, and it's going to be Isaiah Evans. Evans works his way around here. It's stolen, poked away. Brock Harding comes up with it. Fast break transition bucket, takes it to the hole. There's going to be an easy layup for Xavier Edmonds, and that'll be a credit for an assist here for Brock Harding. Brock Harding with another assist. It's 31-34 with less than 2 to play here in the first half of this one. 1:38, ladies and gentlemen, on the clock. I'm getting my clock. A foul comes in. Hold the phone here. Looks like a foul on Lelavicius. Lelavicius commits a foul right here with 1:34 left to go. 1:34 left to go. And that foul, again, in the bonus regardless, puts Duke at the free throw line. So we're at the free throw line. The first free throw is good for Dame Sarr. Dame Sarr was hacked right there. He wasn't a shooting attempt, but Lelavicius will be benched right now. That's his third foul of the day. So with 94 seconds left to play in the first half, we're at the free throw line. Duke with just a 4-point lead here. Second free throw, also good. It's 36-31. We have not seen David Punch come back in after getting clocked on the bridge of the nose and bleeding all over the court. About 1:25 left to play for TCU. Pierre to Harding. Harding directing traffic. Harding looks to Toolson, goes the other way. Bounce pass to Pierre, back to Harding, out to Robinson. One more. Toolson, let's go! Big bucket there. And Tanner Toolson makes this a 2-point game now. Tanner Toolson is up to 5 after a big corner three. Duke up by just one possession here, up by 2. It's 36-34. Looks like that'll be a missed shot. This will be a second missed shot. It's under the rim right now, but there is a foul here. So it looks like Xavier Edmonds going to be charged for the foul. That'll be his second foul of the day. And we take a trip to the free throw line now. Shooting a couple of shots here. Shooting a couple shots, Malik Brown. Shooting 2 for Duke. 50 seconds left to go in the first half of this one. Then I've got a trivia quiz for you, ladies and gentlemen. Then we got a trivia quiz. This free throw, front and back of the rim, it's good. Slowly but surely, we're seeing these points add up quickly right now. Malik Brown shooting his second free throw here. He now has double digits. He's up to 10 points after that free throw. It is 38-34. TCU on defense. Looks like David Punch has checked back in for TCU. Here's a big screen. Going to drive, going to shoot. Tries to put it over the defense. Can't get it. Fighting for the board. Duke comes away with it. 34 seconds here left to play in the first half of this game. Looks like a foul. Stops the clock. Nope. Scratch that. Timeout called by Duke here in the front court. So exactly 30 seconds left to go. 30 seconds left to go, guys. We'll have action here momentarily. For those of you who are new, we will have a trivia quiz for you. Don't go anywhere during halftime. This should be a lot of fun. Let me just double check and make sure I got the right one. Yeah, let's hope I didn't screw up any of the questions. This will be fun. Let's see. Felipe says, no, not his son. Thank you, Felipe. He doesn't have a son. Thank you, Felipe. Duke, homecoming. How many points does Duke have off free throws? Asks Allpin. I'm pretty sure they've made all of their free throws at this point. I do have that stat for you, though, if you just stand by. I do have that stat for you. Looks like free throws made 13 of 14 for Duke. Just 3 of 7 for TCU. By the way, TCU has shot 13 three-point shots. They've made just 5. Looks like Duke has shot 9 three-point shots. They've made just 3. 38-34. They've started the clock after the timeout. We're back from the timeout break here. So we start this. Looks like there's 20 seconds here left to go. Few seconds between the shot clock. About 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A spin move. Boozer kicks it to the corner. This one off the rim. No good. Rebounded. The shot clock is off. This is going to be swatted backwards. 5.8 left to go. 5.8 left to go. It's TCU basketball. They'll inbound it from the baseline over here on the Duke side. So we'll get the inbound from the baseline in just a moment. TCU will win, says QY God. Bye-bye, Duckies. I see Corey David Jr. and Justin as his kid, says Wolfie. Punch, get your rebounds. The ref's giving Duke all sorts of touch calls. Here's the move. Looks like a very difficult shot. No whistle, but this will be the end of the half, guys. So coming back the other way, Brock Harding couldn't quite get it. Anyways, well, ladies and gentlemen, this does take us into halftime. So let's do this. We're in halftime right now, and these halftimes are 20 minutes long. 20. I know. It's a long halftime. That's okay. We started it. Let's turn off the bonus sign here. And let's do our trivia quiz. What do you say, guys? Let's just try to have some fun here. Okay, time to do our trivia quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our trivia quiz. I am going to ask you a series of questions. There are no penalties for wrong answers. This is just for funsies. Do your best and forget the rest. Let's start with question number 1, guys. Which former Duke star was named 2012's NBA Rookie of the Year? Is it Brandon Ingram, Kyrie Irving, or Karl Anthony Towns? What you know? What do y'all know about this? A, B, or C? Brandon Ingram, Kyrie Irving, or Karl Anthony Towns? Looks like someone checked in with the letter A. The answer here is actually Kyrie Irving. Yes, the man did play for Duke, guys, in 2012. He was Rookie of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you guys did not know, now you know. Let's move on to the next question. All right, guys, question number 2. This one should be a fun one. Which of these former TCU players now plays with the Orlando Magic? Is it Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, or Jalen Suggs? What do you know? I was going to say Irving, says Mr. Mojo. Which of these guys currently plays here? Well, I'll tell you, all of them play for Orlando, but the only one who was a TCU player was Desmond Bain. He played 4 years, slowly climbing up the TCU ladder, man. He ended up being a first-round pick. He ended up being a first-round pick, by the way. Not a whole lot of those in the TCU side, but the answer is Desmond Bain. Let's move on to question number 3. Which former Duke player holds the school record for the most career three-pointers made? Was it, again, Kyrie Irving? Is it J.J. Redick? Or is it Jason Tatum? Which of these 3 Duke players holds the record for the most career three-pointers made? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? B, easy peasy, says Felipe. The answer is B, and that was easy peasy, guys. Yup, J.J. Redick was that guy. J.J. Redick holds the school record for the most career three-pointers made. 457 threes made for the Blue Devils. Next question, question number 4. How many NCAA national championships has TCU won? How many national championships has TCU won? Is it 0, 1, or 2? Very easy question here with a very easy answer. Very easy question with a very easy answer. A, B, or C? The answer, Mark McKay got that right. 0, guys. 0, Mr. Mojo. Not a single championship in basketball. Not one. Not a single one. Zip, zilch, nada. Let's move on to question number 5. Which former Duke player was the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft? Was it Anthony Davis, Zion Williamson, or Karl Anthony Towns? Which one was it? I'll have you know that none of these 3 have won an NBA championship. But the answer is B. Good job, King of Naps. King of Naps was like the only one who got this one right. He jumped in so fast right there. He jumped in super fast. Mr. Mojo got it right as well. Good job, guys. It is Zion Williamson, guys. He averaged 22.6 points per game, 9 rebounds and 2 steals and 2 blocks. Ridiculous. Next question. Which TCU player once led college basketball in scoring and rebounds and was eventually drafted by the Miami Heat? Was that Kurt Thomas, Dwayne Wade, or Marcus Fizer? And please excuse the capital letters up there. Doesn't affect the answer at all. Which TCU player led college basketball in both of those statistics, guys, and was eventually drafted by the Miami Heat? The answer is Kurt Thomas, guys. Kurt Thomas, 1994, averaged 28 points per game and 14.5 rebounds per game. Led the nation in both of those. He was the number 10 overall pick by the Miami Heat. All right, y'all. How many national championships has Duke won as of 2026? As of 2026, how many national championships has Duke won? 3, 4, or 5? 3, 4, or 5? A, B, or C? Running out of time, guys. Running out of time. Is it A, B, or C? The answer is C. 5 championships. 1991, 1992, 2001, Carlos Boozer was on that team. 2010 and 2015. There you go. There you have it. Those are the national championships won by Duke's men basketball team. All right, Elliott Hill, a TCU alumni, is the CEO of which globally recognized sports brand? Is he the CEO of Under Armour, Reebok, or Nike? Elliott Hill, a TCU alumni, is the CEO of which globally recognized sports brand? CEO of one of these brands went to TCU. The answer is Nike. He looks like a cross between like Harrison Ford meets Joaquin Phoenix. Am I tripping? Does anybody else see that? He looks just like it. But yes, he is the CEO of Nike, in case you did not know. Question number 9. Which Duke legend holds the NCAA tournament record for the most career points scored in the NCAA tournament? Which Duke legend holds the NCAA tournament career records for most points scored? And I think this was brought up earlier today. This name has been brought up earlier today in the chat. There's your hint for question number 9. Good job, Mark McKay. Good job, Larry. It is Christian Laettner. 407 points in the NCAA tournament, and everybody apparently hates him. Maybe Liam Neeson says hi, Steele. Good job, guys. Well done. Good job. I see you in there, Victoria. What's up? Welcome to the trivia quiz. Final question. Which former TCU football player holds the NFL record for the most total touchdowns in a single season? Non-quarterback, by the way. Is it LaDainian Tomlinson, Randy Moss, or Priest Holmes? A, B, or C? Which former football player, TCU football player, holds the NFL record for most total touchdowns in a single season? It was LaDainian Tomlinson. Played for TCU. This isn't that he holds the Chargers record for the most total touchdowns in a single season. He holds the most total touchdowns in NFL history for one single season, former TCU player. All right, guys. Maybe TCU ain't all that at basketball, but when it comes to football, they've got some, hate this word, prowess. Okay, how did y'all do on this trivia quiz? Did you guys do okay? Yes, no, maybe so. We got about 11 minutes left in our halftime break here. He made the final shot to win. 4 out of 10, says CJ Banning. You know what's really funny is that if you guys watched March Madness with us last year, I didn't change a single question from last year's Duke questions. Those are all the exact same questions from Duke. So, sorry to burst the illusion. It's just been so long. Hey, Mario, I failed, says Victoria. Eso pasa. King of Naps, enjoyed it. Okay, rock and roll, easy peasy. Shay got 10 out of 10. Ricky says 10 out of 10. Let's see, 100 on the Duke questions, but 2 on the TCUs. Isn't it Christian Laettner? Tomato, tomato. Let's see. Okay, 3 out of 10, all C's. C, easy, but all C for everything. Every answer is C, no matter what. Santino says, bruh. Yup, totally recycled. Totally recycled. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and cut back. Looks like our halftime trivia quiz is just about over. Looks like halftime still has about 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here. Mark McKay got 7. I could have cheated, says Mr. Mojo. Good questions, though, says my buddy Chris. Laettner, says Wolfie. Let's see, Tophus Revenge saying, hey, Mario, hope you're doing well, Tophus. I'm on top of the world. The twin 4-year-old granddaughters just left. I'm about chicken banana. I know what that's like, DJ Gene. I do know what that's like. Let's turn down the funk. Sorry for those of you who love the funk. We'll cut back to our lo-fi, and we'll take a quick look at some of our data for today. All right, it is halftime. These halftimes can be pretty brutal for college basketball. So taking a quick look at this channel's current demographics right now, looks like we have about 350 people watching this live stream. If you have not smashed that like button yet, please be sure to do so. Please be sure to do so. Let's make sure we cut over here. What time does UNC play? I've got all of this scrolling by right down here, guys. Houston and A&M, pretty close game. Vanderbilt, 7:45. By the way, all these times are Central Standard Time, I believe. I believe all these times are in my time zone, Central Standard Time. So if you're looking for that, there you go. Florida winning it all, says Lawson. Again? I don't know, man. Reading some more of these. C says Wolfie Graphics. Florida winning it all, says Lawson. 115K. Douglas saying, happy that you're here, brother. Thanks for doing what you do. Thank you, Douglas, for checking into the chat. Smash them free likes and subs, says Robert Samora. You heard the man, the myth, the legend. Well, let's talk about some stats here today, guys. So our starters for TCU. Starters for TCU, we can go down this list. Xavier Edmonds has played 16 minutes here today. He's put up 12 points, made 5 of 7 shots, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 3 fouls. Could find himself in trouble quickly. David Punch has played 14 minutes. 2 points today, only made 1 of 3. You cannot be considered the best player on your team and only take 3 shots. You are going to lose if you do that. The score is 34-38 right now, Duke with a 4-point lead. Micah Robinson, 19 minutes, 9 points. Half of his shots have gone down. He's shooting 50%. He's also shooting 50% from three-point land. He's knocked down 2 3-point shots today. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, just 1 foul. Jaden Pierre, 14 minutes played, 0 points for Jaden Pierre. You need more out of your starters. Have not seen anything out of Jaden Pierre. He does have, looks like 4 assists, but outside of that, he has missed all 5 of the shots, or all 4 of the 3 shots. He's taken 3 shots, 2 from downtown. Both have missed, 1 inside the paint. Totally missed that one as well. He's also got a foul here today, and it looks like Brock Harding, 18 minutes played, 5 points today. He's made 2 of 5. 1 3-point shot has landed for him, and 3 assists on the day, 1 foul for him. Taking a look at the bench, we've only seen some action from 3 players here today. It has been Salachim, Toulson, and Lelavicius have been the 3 players. We have not seen Caden Edwards hit the floor or J.C. Posey, but Salachim, 1 minute played, 0s across the board. He had 1 rebound today. Toulson, 8 minutes played, 5 points off the bench, not half bad, made 2 of 4. And then we look at Lelavicius. He's played 9 minutes, just 1 point, but he does have a board to go with that as well. 3 fouls. He's done more harm than good here for Team TCU. Taking a look now at the Duke side of things. For Team Blue Devils, now I had Patrick Ngongba as a starter. That was a mistake on my side, folks. Instead, it is Malik Brown. Malik Brown, actually the starter here today. I've got him on the back end, but Malik Brown got the start over Ngongba. Ngongba dealing with some injuries. They're limiting his time right now. They still wanted him available. He's normally the number 1 right now, but it looks like Brown is having himself a good day. So instead of Ngongba, Brown today has played 13 minutes. He's got 10 points. He's made 3 of 4 shots. He's got 4 rebounds, an assist. He's having a really good day so far. 0 fouls for Malik Brown on top of it as well. Cameron Boozer, your big power forward, 15 minutes played, just 2 points. Also terrible from your number 1 scorer on this team. Definitely not him today. Instead, it's his little brother or twin brother, Caden Boozer, smaller brother we'll call him. Caden Boozer with 18 minutes played, 2 points. Also, bad day. Both the Boozer brothers with just 2 points. Just 2 points out there. I mean, it's not good. There's not really much to get too excited about. I will say Cam Boozer does have a technical foul, and he also has another foul to go with it. Looking at Dame Sarr and Isaiah Evans, Dame Sarr, 5 points today, and Isaiah Evans having himself a day, leading both sides here with 13 points today. He is the most points in today's game for either side. He's knocked down 2 3-point shots. He's got 2 rebounds, an assist. He's also got a foul and a turnover, but for the most part, a pretty big highlight here for the Duke side. Haven't been able to see much there. So about 4 minutes left to go, guys. Those were all of the stats right now. For those of you just checking in for the first time today, I know that I've brought this graphic up a lot for those of you who have been here, but let's bring it up one more time for the newcomers now that we're about 3.5 minutes away from the second half. Folks, 2 days right now, Saturday and Sunday. We got today and tomorrow for the second round of March Madness. Then, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there is no basketball. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that is Sweet 16 and Elite 8. That is when we pick back up for March Madness. This will be from the 26th to the 29th, Thursday to Sunday. Then a whole week off. We pick back up on Saturday, April 4th for the Final Four. There will be 2 games that day. And the National Championship, April 6th, that'll be Monday. Thank you. It's not a technical foul. It was a flagrant foul. Very different. You're very right, Tommy. Don't know why I thought it was a tech. 2 techs will get you ejected. So, no. Thanks for the correction, Tommy. You're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right. Duke not performing as expected against the underdogs this week, says Platypus. No, they're not. Is that Goku over there? Is that Bardock over there? Anyways, what up, guys? My buddy Chris saying primarily 3-ball shooting teams cause so much variance. Cushing-ish saying you lose viewership during half. Yeah, that always happens. That's why we came up with the halftime break. That's why we came up with the halftime break in the first place. DJ Jean says a whole week with no Football Nation. It'll be like 3 days, DJ. It'll be like 3 days. It's Goku. Says okay. Thank you. Boozer can pop off at any moment, but it's rough so far. They'll have a better second half, says Mr. Mojo. I guess we're going to find out, guys. I guess we are going to find out. My countdown is here. We got 140 left to go until the second half here starts. A couple of other games here. Looks like at the bottom of the screen, you can see Michigan got the win over St. Louis. Michigan State got the win over Louisville. Right now, this game is happening with TCU and Duke. Another game has already started here, or should be getting started soon. What time is it? 5:45. Yeah, we'll have another game running at the same time here as well. Tommy says no problem. It is Goku, says Platypus. Now my question is, where is everyone? What's going on here? It blows my mind. Well, we're picking up a little bit. I'm hoping that the other streams got finally shut down by the giant play button in the sky. But I'm sure there have to be a few pirates out there who are still doing things the wrong way. That's okay. Hakuna Matata. We'll do what we can. All I can worry about is what I'm doing here. Trying to stay hydrated. It's important. Trying to stay hydrated. It's important. I'm pacing back and forth. 30 seconds here until the second half gets started. Man, we have covered a lot of basketball, guys. Here's my baseball cheat sheets. Right, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, USA. I got all these printed out. OKC we covered. We covered the Celtics. We covered the Nuggets. We covered the Rockets. We covered my Spurs. We covered the Knicks. We covered the Cavs. Bro, I just keep these around. I covered the 76ers. We covered Detroit. We covered the Lakers. The list goes on, and the Timberwolves as well. If you guys like basketball, if you're a hoop head, then you should be hanging out with us more often. If you're a hoop head, you should be here more often because we cover basketball a lot, guys. And we will be covering March Madness. We'll also be covering the NBA playoffs. Let's go ahead and put 20 minutes back on the clock. Let's go to the second. 20 minutes on there. Looks like homework, says DJ Gene. It is homework, DJ Gene. I do my best. I do my best, sir. It is homework, though. We'll scroll this down, get you your point leaders once again. Halftime just about over. Ooh, A&M and Houston game is tight. So is this one right now. 38-34. It's a 4-point game. CJ Banning dropping the Duke logo right now. Gray 59 is in the chat. What up, homie? How you doing, Mr. 59? Duke versus TCU doing homework right now. Both games for tomorrow almost set up, says Santino. Bro, clutch. It helps to enjoy the sport, though, I bet. It does. It really does. I mean, I grew up watching basketball as a San Antonio Spurs fan. I've always been a Spurs fan my entire life, and I got a chance to watch all 5 of the championships. So, yeah. All right, guys. Looks like Duke has possession here to start this thing. Duke on the move. Here's a pass backwards, and it's going to be stolen this time. Boozer with a turnover, and here comes TCU. TCU is on the move. Here's the drive in the paint, kicks it to David Punch. Punch doesn't like the three-point shot. He'll let Robinson do it. Robinson shoots no good. The putback, too much on the putback. The tip in, no good. A 4th chance opportunity here for TCU. They will reset. Wide open, David Punch, the corner 3, no good. Rebound by Dame Sarr. Dame Sarr gets the board, passes this over to Caden Boozer. Boozer eye to eye right now with Brock Harding. A pass from Boozer across, and Boozer has this one poked away. Caden Boozer at the NCAA logo at the bottom, middle of the screen here. Boozer makes the move from the straightaway, and it is swatted. Someone call the SWAT team. 18:57 left to go. One heck of a block right now. Mr. Cruz, thank you for the comment. CJ Manning says baseball. Looks like Salachum, Vianney Salachum makes a huge block right there against TCU. We're getting the inbound pass right, against Duke right now. Vianney Salachum with a huge block. With 18:58 left to go, the ball went out of bounds. It's Duke basketball. So Duke with it here. Duke to inbound. There's the inbound pass. We start the clock. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Looks like Boozer has to try to find the angle. This will be a change of possession here. Looks like it's going to be a shot clock violation. 18:51, and it's a turnover, resulting in TCU basketball. TCU ball. So TCU on the dribble, on the drive. Here's the move. Brock Harding finds a man, and that's going to be David Punch. Back to Harding. Harding at the baseline. He's in trouble, looking for an outlet. Shot clock down to 10. They keep running out of time. Great defensive possessions here by Duke. Duke doing a fantastic job. Here's one more pass. Going to lose the dribbles there. Has to get the shot up. An ugly shot from Robinson, and it will be rebounded this time by Duke. Duke comes away with the rebound. They're calling this a team rebound. Bounce pass to Boozer. Boozer at the straightaway. Shot clock down to 13. It's stolen. It's stripped away by Brock. This time Brock Harding pushes it. The fast break over here will jam it down. It's Salachum with a bucket. 36-38. TCU down by 2. 17 minutes and a half left to play in this basketball game. TCU on defense now. Duke letting the shots fly, but they cannot find the bottom of that net. 17 and a half left to play. Jaden Pierre goes left. Good ball movement now. Salachum passes this back to Pierre. Pierre. Bounce pass here to Punch. Punch backwards. This three-point shot. Way ugly shot. Bro, Brock Harding, please never shoot that again. That was terrible. Going back the other day. Oh, my goodness. A block party now. Oh, my goodness. A block party going back. Looks like no whistle. It's stolen again. TCU gets another steal. TCU is playing tight defense, and it looks like the offense is nowhere to be. Oh, my goodness. It's stolen again by TCU. What is going on? TCU fighting all over the place here for offensive rebounds, for steals, for as many opportunities with the basketball as possible. So many missed shots here for TCU. Short range, mid-range, another offensive rebound, and finally the Horned Frogs get a bucket to fall. Holy smokes, that took forever. Micah Robinson gets the shot. It's stolen again by TCU. You're kidding me. And a bucket there again. TCU gets the lead. It's 40-38. Michael Robinson gets another one. Timeout. Oh my goodness, TCU forcing Duke into a timeout. It is 40-38. Beautiful behind the back pass right there from Brock Harding. Robinson finishing the job. This is insanity. Timeout called. That was wild. I just watched Duke vomit basically all over the court. Couldn't get a rebound, couldn't get a rebound. Finally, they get a rebound. It's stolen away at half court, at midcourt. Then they go the other way. TCU misses another shot. Duke can't get the rebound. TCU misses another shot. Duke can't get the rebound. TCU shoots, misses again. Duke finally gets the board. It's stolen again, this time in their own backcourt. And they cannot get across midcourt without TCU getting the basketball back somehow. Finally, after like 8 opportunities with the basketball, TCU finally sinks the bucket. Then, immediately on the inbound pass, they steal the basketball again and go back-to-back buckets here. It's 40-38. Duke down by 2. 6:11 left to play. A lot of people got to be a little worried about what's going on here. Duke's mental is hurting so bad, for sure, says Platypus. Close game, says Angel. WTF calling timeout, says Mr. Mojo. Yeah, very crazy, Zulu Waters. That was nuts, Zulu. That was nuts. Crapola, says the Mr. Mojo. Roy Williams, what up, man? How are you, sir? Going with the Frogs here. Roy Williams going with the TCU Frogs. John Doe, what up, man? Saying go TCU. Roy says, wow. Rake Flyer says, don't forget to like. Bravehearted saying, Boozer sucks. Blake, Desmond Bain, better than Wemby. Hey, Blake, did you know the information? I figured, you know what? Because you are a Desmond Bain fan, I figured you would check into this TCU game. I knew you would be here. I was actually telling Santino, hey, Santino, this is the guy. I was literally telling Santino about you earlier today. I was like, this guy always checks into my channel, and he's always saying that Desmond Bain is better than Wemby. Desmond Bain is better than Kobe. Desmond Wayne is better than Jordan and LeBron. I'm like, this guy is wild. Dice Efraín. Dice, eres un tipazo. Saludos desde Mexico, bro. What's up, Efraín? Thanks for checking in, sir. I was totally talking about you today, Blake. Totally talking about you. He's here, says Santino. Dude, he's there. The guy. Hey, what a guy. All right, folks. Timeout was called by Duke. They needed that. Timeout was called by Duke. They absolutely needed that. 16 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in this half. Tanner Toolson is subbing in. Brock Harding is checking out right now for TCU. They're showing all of these missed opportunities here by TCU. And just the way that Duke did not crash the boards, they're not playing defensive or rebound basketball. They can't sink their shots either, so something's got to happen. There's the feed inside, and Boozer, I almost said Carlos Boozer, but Boozer gets the jam to tie it all up. Less than 16 left to play in this basketball game. The winner of this one finds themselves inside the Sweet 16. Ball movement here. Tanner Toolson at the straightaway. Toolson goes left. Jaden Pierre. Pierre uses the screen. Pierre finds a man on the left again. David Punch trying to show off the handles here. Punch has had a rough game. Keeps the ball low. It's stripped by Duke. Duke gets the turnover. It's a Cameron Boozer steal. Pass to Cameron Boozer. Boozer, whoa, goes up. He is clearly fouled. Uh-oh, Tanner Toolson takes a scary-looking flip over the back here of Boozer. And Toolson is down on the ground right now. I think he might be okay. It's a foul on Tanner Toolson. He went up totally. Dang, that's a tough foul. Toolson was literally just hanging on to Boozer to make sure that he does not fall. An official TV timeout comes in, folks, and it takes us to another commercial break. Yo, if TCU and I have my rent money for this month, if TCU wins, you'll have your rent money for the month? Well, Han, let's see if it happens. You can't make a goal with no basketball, no basketball, no basketball. Going with Duke late to the party, says Marvin Merriman. No worries, you made it. As long as you're here. Inside the Sweet 16, giggity. No, it's not all right. Let's see. Just cover 15.5, says Senor. Tikis Mikis. Tikis Mikis. Tikis Mikis. What up, man? Ed Jean. What's up, man? Ed Jean saying one of the Duke players is a serious alcoholic? Question mark, says Ed Jean. I don't know. Let's go TCU. I got big money, says Han Solo. Mr. Mojo saying over and spread. Cooked. Fred Bettis saying these Duke bums are running out of luck. Ooh, Fred. Fred said, shots fired. Bang, bang. Zulu Waters saying Duke is folding right now. Gray 59 says touchdown. Cover Iowa, says B-Bulls. I think we are going to be covering the Iowa game tomorrow, guys. I think we are going to be covering that game. I think that's the one. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. What's tomorrow's date? The 22nd. Yeah, so we got 2 games for tomorrow, guys. We've got the Iowa State Cyclones and the Kentucky Wildcats. Santino's literally working on that right now. So we got Iowa State and the Wildcats tomorrow. And the other game is UCLA and UConn. So we got the Bruins and the Huskies tomorrow here as well. Let's go. Okay, so we'll crush these together at some point, bro. Oh, it's Kentucky? Yeah, Kentucky versus Iowa State. Is that what? Did I say something else? No. Kentucky Wildcats, Iowa State Cyclones, UCLA and UConn. That's it right there. Need Cam Boozer for over 33 P&R points and rebounds. We'll see. The Boozer brothers, says DJ Gene. I see what you're Boo. Boo. Bad joke. Bad joke. I remember you still need diaper money. Well, Drago Balboa just got us some baby shoes money, which is pretty cool. He gave us a very generous donation here. So those shoes will go, that donation will go to getting my son a fresh new pair of kicks. I promised him I'd send him a photo when that happened too. So got to make sure I buy those here. But we don't see that for another like 30 plus days. So we'll do it then. Okay, so looks like after this one, Tanner Toolson. So here's what happened here and why we went into a commercial break. A pump fake here from Boozer, and Tanner Toolson went all the way up. And then he went over the back of Boozer, and brought him down just to catch himself, but he shouldn't have jumped that high in the first place on a pump fake. And because of that, there was a potential for an injury to Cam Boozer. So now Boozer's at the free throw line. They have elevated this to be a flagrant foul. So we're now looking at a flagrant foul. We're looking at a couple of shots right now. First free throw is there for Duke. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a potential for injury on either side. Honestly, it was a terrible play. Both free throws are good for Duke. It is 42-40. Toolson goes out again because now he's got, 4 fouls? That gives Duke the lead and the ball, folks. Shout out to Jay Sleepy Eyes. What up? How you doing? He says, just checking in. What up, Jay Sleepy Eyes? It's Aris Vision saying what's up. What up, man? How you doing? Inbound pass. Duke with the basketball. Feed inside. This is going to be stripped away. Looks like Ngongba. Another turnover for Ngongba, having a bad day with controlling the basketball. Here is Xavier Edmonds. Edmonds at the straightaway. Makes the move. Will drive it. Swatted away. The rejection. Oh, my goodness. Looks like Ngongba made up for the turnover with a block of his own. It's Duke basketball. Ngongba inside the Boozer. They're calling this. Is that a foul or is that 3 seconds in the key? That looked like a foul. So a foul on David Punch. Clock stops with exactly 15 minutes. TCU's David Punch commits a foul right now under the rim, It is a non-shooting foul. We start the clock. It's a quick turnover stolen by TCU. TCU tries to fast break, a Euro step and a finger roll. Nice shot by the Horned Frogs. It is 42-42. Again, Michael Robinson with a driving layup right there. An assist for Jaden Pierre, and Michael Robinson looking all good today. 15 points right now. TCU might upset Duke here in this one. Cat Guy, cheers to you. Thank you for that comment. Clock is hot, folks. Clock is ticking here. Ngongba at the wing. Drops the hands a little bit, still on the dribble. We'll pass this one over, and it looks like this is Kamena. Kamena will pass this one out to Evans. Evans works the baseline. He gets the shot. It goes in. It's a bucket and one. Stops the clock with 14:27. This will be a foul on Brock Harding. And it looks like Isaiah Evans takes a trip to the free throw line. Isaiah Evans takes a trip to the free throw line. It's going to be an and one, so a bucket there. And one more shot. Looks like Xavier Edmonds will be checking out, and Lelavicius is going to be subbing in for TCU. Foul wasn't on Edmonds, but they're going to go with the small ball here for TCU. I think they want some speed against Duke. The and one shot, no good. It's tipped back out into the hands of TCU, and they come away with the rebound. Xavier Edmonds does have 4 fouls here today. Lataris Lelavicius has 3 fouls, so foul trouble for TCU early in this game. Score is 44-42. TCU with possession here. A kick to the three-point line, the drive, and it looks like Lelavicius doesn't like the angle. We'll have to pass to Harding. Harding out to Pierre. Pierre makes the move. Pierre goes up and in. It's a bucket and a foul here too. So, an eye for an eye. 44-44. And did they call the foul here, or they said no foul? Tough earned basket. Definitely no foul, but tough earned shot. We are tied up 44 all. 44 all. Here is Boozer. Boozer inside to Ngongba. Ngongba finds the back door. Caden Boozer is there. Gets the bucket and the foul. And one again. The bucket and a trip to the free throw line again for the Duke Blue Devils. 46-44. Good sharp pass from Ngongba underneath there to Caden Boozer. Caden Boozer at the free throw line. So far he's got 4 points. This would be 5 if he knocks that down. It is good. 5 points there for Caden Boozer. 6 points for Cam Boozer. There's Carlos Boozer on the court. Of course, courtside. Watching both of his boys, his twin boys, play right now. TCU tries to make their move. Hands coming in. Triple teamed right here. Brock Harding smothered. And Duke's defense is nasty good, man. Duke with the basketball. A turnover here. Ngongba at the straightaway. Ngongba finds Sarr. Dame Sarr inside to Cam Boozer. Boozer, hard dribbles on the left side. Goes up, gets the bucket, and the foul again. The officials are just giving them everything here. And you can see Boozer con el aplauso. Con el aplauso. Wrong Boozer. Playing in a close game in the NCAA tournament is expected for anyone at some point, says Bones. Houston roughing up the Aggies. Yikes. Hey, man, Houston's hungry. Houston's hungry for it. We watched Houston play last season. I think they really want it. They haven't been there since, what, Olajuwon? This to make it 50, and Cam Boozer gets the shot to fall. So Cam Boozer up to 10 points now. We start the clock again. Brock Harding to Pierre. Pierre alley-oops it to David. Punch, not enough lift. Punch under the rim. Same amount of contact that we see on the Duke side. No whistle on this end. And Duke has just been to the free throw line a lot here, man. Duke feels like they've just been to the free throw line a lot. Cam Boozer kicks it to the corner. The corner three flies. This one is no good here. And there's going to be a foul. Looks like Dame Sarr is going to commit the foul. It stops the clock with 12:42. So a foul here. Defensive rebound by Solachum. That was a three-point shot that was missed by Kamenia. So Kamenia missed the shot. It was rebounded by Solachum. There was a foul on Dame Sarr. It is TCU basketball. TCU down by 6. It's 50-44. Here's the move. Harding. Good ball movement around the perimeter right now. David Punch hanging onto it at the bottom of the screen. He'll pass this one out to Solachum. Solachum one more to Robinson. Robinson to Pierre. Pierre, 5 on the shot clock, shoots the elbow jump shot. This one is no good. Rebound by Brock. Rebound this time by Caden Boozer. So Caden comes away with the board. It's a 6-point game, 12 minutes left to play in it. Tight defense here by Brock Harding. And Duke still has the basketball. Play clock down to 10. A kick to the corner, a pump fake, the drive. This one, another pass. Corner three flies. Bang! Knocks that thing down. Big shot by the Blue Devils. Timeout called. A 9-0 run here for Duke in the last 2 minutes. Huge shot there in the corner by Kamenia. By Kamehameha. 17 to 8 fouls is unreal, says Luis Moore. Mr. Mojo says glass cleaner. 144 or under 144, says Ian. I'm in Eastern Washington, just a few miles from Pullman, my entire life Cougars fan. Shout out to Mark McKay. Boom goes the dynamite, says Mr. Mojo. All pin, saying this is what I meant, saying satisfying. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so we can read some of these comments a little bit better here. We'll just put it here. All pin, what's up, man? Han saying, God bless to TCU. Free throws wins games, or if nothing else, it gives Bam Adebayo 83 points. No, you didn't say the wrong. I was saying the wrong. Okay. Thanks. It's Ari's Vision. Yeah, sometimes I read these pretty quickly. I'm in Cali. I'm a UCLA fan. We'll cover those, despite Cam taking over 30. Whew. I said under, said Tommy. The refs got Duke like always. It's slipping away, says Felipe. Well, we'll ask you guys in the chat. You know what? Let's get to 1,000 votes, man. We need 80 more people to vote. By the way, how many of you guys have smashed that like button? Are y'all enjoying this game so far? Are y'all still hanging out with me? Have I had your attention? Look, it's a weird time of the year. It's March Madness, guys. We're in the middle of a commercial break, and it's not going to last much longer. Timeout has just been called by TCU. We want to get another 34 subscribers today to get to 115.1. It's a modest goal. If there are 34 new people who have never seen this channel before and you're enjoying the commentary, you've been to 35 other YouTube channels here today, and you landed on this one, you're still on the fence. I get it, dude. I know what that's like. Stick around. If I can keep your attention till the next time out, guys, smash that subscribe button. Let's get to our goal of 115.1. Got a little bit of a ways left to go. Looks like it's Ars Vision saying I lived in Spokane, and CDA went to Pullman a few times. Rock and roll. Let's see. Bam gets no love, says Mr. Mojo. CJ Banning, Duke, hands up. Yes, what's next, says Felipe. Tomorrow we've got 2 games. Country saying, did you smash that like yet? CJ Banning in Central Washington. What up, CJ Banning? All right. TCU letting it slip. It's not over till it's over, guys. Less than 12 minutes, though, left to play here. Less than 12 minutes left to play. 44-53, Duke with a 9-point lead, and it's slipping away now from TCU. TCU will have the basketball here. We are seeing a few substitutions. Looks like Tanner Toolson is subbing back in. Chrissy saying new subscriber. Rock and roll, Chrissy. Thanks for saying so. Thanks for letting us know. A 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes here for Duke. That's the difference because it was tied just 2 minutes ago, literally. The clock is ticking once again, 11 and a half to play. A three-point shot flies. This is going to be an offensive board. No, it's actually going to be gotten by Duke, and then it's a turnover now, so it basically will be an offensive board. TCU gets the basketball after a bad pass here. Duke got the rebound. They got a little hasty. They passed the basketball, and it sailed out of bounds. It is TCU basketball, folks. TCU bringing the ball up court. Here is Brock Harding. Harding finds Pierre. Pierre inside to punch. This is going to be a blocked shot. Punch recovers the block. This is tipped out to the three-point line. Three ball flies. This one, bang! Brock Harding buries the three. 47-53. 11:03 here left to go. They start the clock. Trying to fight their way back. It's a 6-point game now. Duke with possession. Looks like Caden Boozer finds Malik Brown. Malik Brown will give it to Kamenia. Kamenia going to get fouled on the way up. He does not get the shot to fall, but he does go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That'll be a foul again on Tanner Toolson, who is now up to 4 fouls with that one. Clear foul, a lot of contact. Toolson, darn, again, another one. It hurts me to watch Duke is full of losers. OKC 2.0. Oh, my goodness. Outdoors, thank you, sir. Cheers to you. The silent one saying, what happened to TCU's aggression? Duke going to win by 24, says this, the breaks. Looks like Ford Hunt checking in, and looks like only one of the 2 free throws landed right there for Duke. But the second free throw was rebounded by Duke, so it's still Duke's basketball. Ford Hunt, thanks for checking in, man. Thank you, Outdoors. Duke with the basketball at the straightaway. A pass to the corner now, and this corner step back triple flies. Bang! What a shot. It's a 10-point game. Big bucket there from Dame Sarr. TCU tries to answer back in transition. They are down by 10 at this point. Here's TCU looking for an opening. Shot clock down to 16 right now. TCU looking for a big bucket to keep things alive. Wide open. This shot for Robinson. It's good! What a shot for Robinson! Keeping this game close. TCU is going nowhere. 9:50 left to play. Boozer goes left. Boozer, a lot of pressure. Spin move. Quick shot from Boozer. That's 2 more on the board. It's 59-50. A foul coming in here. This stops the clock with 9:37. Looks like this foul will be on Malik Brown. Is that his first of the day? That is his first foul of the day. So Malik Brown gets his first foul of the day. This is going to be a regular common foul. I mean, he is getting all kinds of wrapped up right there with David Punch. The ball has been inbounded. Robinson hands this off to Pierre. Pierre on the right side of the rim. They kick it out to the three-point line, trying to clear this thing up. Here's Tanner Toolson under the rim. He finds the angle. No whistle here. Surprise. They call that a blocked shot from Malik Brown. It's another blocked shot for the Blue Devils. 3 blocks for Duke, 3 blocks for TCU. Moving the ball here. Looks like a 3-point shot flies from Cam Boozer. He cannot get it. Cam Boozer commits a foul. It'll be a reach-in against him. Whistle coming in, and so it's a turnover. It is TCU basketball. Another foul on Cameron Boozer. He is now up to 3 personal fouls with 9 minutes here left to play. Did that go off the glass? That should have been a goaltending. I think that was off the glass, and I think that was a goaltend, and I think TCU's objecting. Yeah, I don't know, man. That looked like an awkward block. It looked... Another foul coming in. This could be a technical foul on the coach. It will be a technical foul on the coach. Over the goaltending that didn't get put, so it did not look to me. Man, that's okay. So when we were on this side over here, there was a shot that went up under the rim. They gave Malik Brown They gave Malik Brown a credit for a block when it was a goaltend. It went off the glass first and then pinned back on the glass. Coach TCU screaming into the ear of the official, so Jamie Dixon is going to be charged with a technical foul. And right now, Duke extends their lead to 60. It's 60-50, 10-point lead for Duke. Another free throw coming in. The first free throw was there. Caden Boozer knocks them both down. It's 61-50, and that will be talked about because it's a huge 2 points. It's a huge 2 points. Refs cheating, says Monkey Junk Domo. Goaltending did not get called, retired Aiden. It was goaltending on the other side, but it was not called by the officials. Here's an alley-oop to David Punch. They cannot get this one to go. 8:49 left to go. And you can see the frustration starting to bubble up here on Team TCU. Goes to the left, kicks to the corner, sidestep, triple, back iron, no good. Offensive board, though, for Duke. Duke clears this one out. It's Dame Sarr who gets the rebound. Dame Sarr shoots again. This time he buries it. Bang! 64-50, 8:25 left to go. Timeout has been called by TCU. They have one remaining here, folks. Clock is stopped with 8:25. And I just can't believe that they missed that goaltending call. Pretty obvious there. Hey, Ricky. How you doing today? I'm okay. Reading some of that right there. Duke getting help right now. OMG take 15 out of the game, says Monkey Junk Domo. Refs affecting the game again. Holy rigged, says Vic Sun. Splash down, says Mark McKay. Let's go TCU. Robert saying hello to Vic. Marva Merriman saying no crying in sports. Mr. Mojo saying nah. And coach needs to take 15 out. Yeah, honestly, man, he has not been having a good game. David Punch. It looks like this game is too big for his britches here. Too big for his britches, and David Punch is really struggling in this game. If you look at his numbers, he's been terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible for David Punch. Nobody's going to be looking his way 2 times. Break's done, says Owl on the prowl. Not on my side, not yet. CJ Banning, cheers to you. Thank you, sir. The refs giving the win to Duke figures, says Steven. All pin K6. They didn't miss this, the regular thing that happens in Duke games. Terrible, says Money Junkie Domo. Well, it happens, guys. It does happen. I'll ask you all this. We've got 512 people viewing this live stream right now. Have you smashed that like button yet? We're only sitting at 200 likes here for this live stream. I'm taking a look at the analytics. You guys can actually see that right there. Got over 500 people watching. So I am curious. Got 500 of you guys enjoying this live stream. What gives? What's going on? Do you not like what you see? Are you not getting some kind of value from this? Don't forget to smash the like button. I know all content creators say it. I know it gets super annoying. I know it's super cheesy when we say it all the time, but this is a really good game right now. 14 points in it, and, you know. Steven saying, careful, don't overhydrate. Have you got enough water? 201, says Steven. Mario has a big old gallon-sized water mug. I sure do today. Zantan, what's up, man? Zantana's wavy saying smash that like button. Cope, let's go Duke, says Jay. Are you not entertained, says Santino. So does Mr. Mojo. 8:25 left to go. The timeout for TCU means they have one timeout remaining. This commercial break is officially over. This was a timeout paired with an official TV timeout here for TCU. Okay, so trying to fire them back up. Looks like Jamie Dixon trying to get his team back on course. Easier said than done, guys. It's a 14-point spread with 8 minutes left to play. In the NBA, we know this happens a lot, and we've seen teams come back from this, including my San Antonio Spurs. Multiple players for TCU, in foul trouble. 3 more fouls, and Duke will quickly find themselves in the bonus. TCU with the basketball, long-range three-point shot way off the mark right there. There will be a foul. Looks like that might have happened under the rim. It's a dead ball. Team rebound. Looks like a foul against Patrick Ngongba. So Ngongba commits a foul. 8:13 left to play. TCU will hang on to the basketball. It's not a shooting foul. It was a loose foul. There's the inbound pass. So Robinson at the three-point line. Robinson steps back, showing off the handles here. Robinson looking for a screen. Not a whole lot of room here. Excuse me, that was Pierre. Pierre had it. He passes that to Robinson. Robinson under the rim. Another whistle coming in. 7:59. 7:59 left to go. TCU. Looks like there's going to be another foul on Patrick Ngongba. So Ngongba is now up to 3 fouls quickly. Here comes another inbound pass for TCU. Open space. Robinson can't get the baseline jump shot to fall. He was wide open on there. It's going to be a defensive rebound for Dame Sarr. Dame Sarr passes this over to Caden Boozer. Boozer eye-to-eye with Robinson here. Excuse me, eye-to-eye with Harding. And Duke with the basketball. Ngongba at the straightaway feeds inside to Cam Boozer. Boozer keeps the ball high and brings it down with a jam. We're starting to see some real separation here, guys. Duke up by 16. The three-point line. Here's a Euro. Kicks it to the 3 again. This one off the rim. No good. That shot flies, and Jaden Pierre can't get the bucket. Looks like no foul on the side for Duke. Duke up by 16. 7 minutes left to play. What other games are you covering? Gray59 asks. Why can't they just give TCU the 2 points for the goaltending after the fact when it was proven? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Another shot falls here for Duke. Duke makes a shot. Here's Tanner Toolson, a spin move. He shoots. It's no good. Running out of time. It's an 18-point spread right now. Duke crushing the opposition here. TCU getting bent over a barrel. At Gray59, Santino put the schedule right there for you. Both tomorrow, he says. 6:35. Basketball in the hands of Ngongba. Feeds inside. This one looks like it gets poked away, goes out of bounds. Last touch by TCU. It's Duke ball. Not going to lie, I expected this to be like most YouTube channels, trying color commentary, but this is surprisingly good. You're a great man, and I'm not trying to be that weirdo. Because I could see, thank you, Bones. Cheers, sir. That's equivalent of someone coming in and saying, that's my man, or whatever the new thing is. Not what you were saying, bro. I do appreciate that. Pass to the wing, jab step, drive, backward step, the step back triple, front of the rim, rebound. Looks like Robinson. Not this one, Bones. This one here. Another shot going to miss for TCU. A backwards pass swatted to the three-point line. This is a high-flying teardrop of a shot. Also going to miss right now. A lot of movement off the ball here and a lot of contact on the sidelines. These guys are fighting on the baseline, and the officials are watching the game instead of watching their keys. Okay, for those of you who did not know, I officiated Texas high school varsity basketball quite a bit. Excuse me, varsity football quite a bit here, and the same is true for both football and basketball. The officials shouldn't be watching the ball, and I feel like that's what these 3 officials are doing right now, is watching the ball instead of watching the actual keys that they have. Now, when you officiate football, you got 22 players on the field at once. These guys have to keep track of just 10. And they are keeping their eyes off of what's happening and watching the basketball here. Like, how is that not a foul, ref? Are you kidding me? And he turns his head to see what's going on with this right now, taking his eyes off the key. Like, how is that not? What are you doing? And then that's a wrap-up on the side. Just crazy. The Frogs are frustrated, says Eric Walk. Facts, man. More fouls being ignored, says Steven. NBA teams are provided with 72 new balls to start each season, which are rotated between games, practices typically lasting several months or even an entire season, says Rake Flyer. Thank you, Bubba Jax. What's going on, brother? Thanks for checking in. As soon as you get paid, you're a pro, says Mr. Mojo. Facts. The refs are blind. I'm blind. I'm deaf. I want to be a ref. Interesting that Duke has an 18-point lead. By the way, there is an official review right now. Maybe another technical here. Duke is better, says Lando Matthews. Lando Calrissian. The silent one says, I wouldn't be able to stay composed either if it's getting screwed, says the silent one. Have you ever reffed basketball? You know what's funny about that, DJ Gene? Yes, I actually have officiated basketball. I was an intramural referee in 6th grade for basketball, and there was one. I remember it to this day, dude. I was 11 years old. That was 24 years ago. 24 years ago, I remember missing a call at the end of the game, and the coach who was there, it was the last game. There were like 3 games happening on at once. The coach who was there, our game was the last one that finished up, and the coach forced us to let them shoot their 2 free throws. Even though it was like a 20-point game or something crazy like that, coach was like, no, there was clearly a foul on that play. He's going to get his 2 shots, and then we'll wrap up this game. Just for like the principle of the thing. But that stuck with me, and I think part of that is why I ended up being an official for football. Okay. Both players are charged with the flagrant. TCU had the basketball at the baseline. So I guess offsetting fouls here. Both players going to be hit with technicals here, folks. 6 minutes here left to play. 6 minutes left to play. Fouled out. Xavier Edmonds will foul out for TCU. What's up, Jaden? The refs are terrible. Crazy how there can hardly be any fouls like the Iowa game, and yet so many they don't let them play. You'd be better than these refs, he says. Can you do Auburn football in August? Yeah. I think we can do that. I think we can do that, Lando. Basketball is inbounded now. TCU has the rock with 6 minutes left to play, moving the ball around. Here is a pull-up and a shot from Pierre, who rattles the rim and hits every inch of the rim, and the shot does not fall. Pierre does have the ball again. It's an offensive rebound for TCU. David Punch, number 15, spinning. He's in the paint. He goes up. He is swatted. A rejection here from Cameron Boozer. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I don't know how David Punch was credited for being the best player on TCU. He moves like molasses right now. This dude is trash, flaming dumpster fire of a player at this point, at least in this game. Here is Cam Boozer. Boozer with the right hand gets the angle, puts that one up and in. It's a 20-point spread with 5 minutes left to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have a blowout here. TCU, a hand backwards to Pierre. Pierre shoots, does get nothing but net. It's back to 18. I was watching cartoons at 11. I did that too. I was watching cartoons, but, you know. 70-52, Duke up by 18. Here's the move at the elbow. In trouble now. Cam Boozer passes to his brother. And Caden Boozer working here. Caden Boozer going to lose the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer. It's a turnover, TCU basketball. So Caden Boozer, a turnover here. 4:37 left to go. Damn, says Santino. Oh, yeah, dude. I told you, bro. I told you. Here's the ball movement. Looks like Brock Harding. Harding works around the horn here. It's punch, backwards to Pierre. Pierre shoots the triple, long range. That's off the front of the rim. No rebound. It's going to go to Duke. Duke comes away with it. About 4 minutes left to go. Landon, we've already got our game scheduled for tomorrow, so we're not going to be able to cover that. But if they make it to the Final Four, if they make it to the Sweet 16, the goal is to cover all Sweet 16 games. There's a turnover plucked out of the sky, a pass to Robinson. Robinson Kicks this one, a spin move now, and another bad pass poked away by Duke. Duke forces the turnover. Duke just trying to get as many points as they can. Quick shot on the right side, and Isaiah Evans gets the bucket to fall. It's back to a 20-point game, 72-52. Robinson shoots the triple. That's no good. It's a rebound by Duke, and I think that's all she wrote. I think that'll be all she wrote here, guys. Looks like Duke gonna hold. Duke has been beating out teams by by about 19 points per game. There is the jam. It's now a 22-point game. Big applause here from Carlos Boozer. That looked like a backcourt violation, and the officials didn't call that. Ball movement. Finally, is David Punch going to get a shot? He's going to get fouled right now. David Punch is just terrible today, bro. Well, in my Street Fighter voice. I thought that was in your Mortal Kombat voice. Finish him. Yeah, I think it's that time. This game is over, says Mark McKay. Duke, says Marvin Merriman. What up, George Pearson? Texas should stick to rodeos, says David. Hey, whoa. Did you not see the showdown that is currently happening right now? Have you not seen the showdown that is currently happening right now? Because Texas is going ham slam here at the moment. We got A&M versus Houston fighting right now. Actually, Houston is whooping that backside. So Houston putting the whooping on Texas A&M right now. Oof, bad loss right now. Gonzaga versus Texas here as well. Gonzaga and Texas. Gonzaga up by 4 at the moment. But I love my San Antonio Spurs. I can dig the Houston Rockets. Also very much a fan of Dirk Nowitzki. We're still looking for 25 new subscribers. Over 600 people watching. This game is starting to feel like a one-sided affair. That's okay. That's definitely okay. But not a terrible game so far. I mean, it's been pretty good. Our goal was to try to get to 50,000 views here today. We fell well short of that margin. That's cool. Blowout games don't help. There's the score at the bottom for the Gonzaga versus Texas game. High Point and Arkansas going to go at it here soon, too. Game's not done, though. Those of y'all waiting for your parlays, we've still got some stones unturned. Go Zags, says Mr. Mojo. A former coach used to say Duke was in the 1-1 before their opponent got off the bus. He was a major college coach that spoke out about them years ago in the 1-1. Let's go Duke, says Braveheart. What up, Jason? I'm doing all right, dude. Thanks for checking in, Mr. Zhang. Welcome back, sir. Duke made sure to bring their referees to this game. Looks like Get Her Done saying Duke basketball all the way. What up, Get Her Done? Yee-hoo! Dennis, Patriot Dad, saying Duke all the way. What up, man? Dad supporting dads. Appreciate you, Dennis. Fist bumps to you, sir. Thanks. That's what I figured it was, Chrissy. I got you. I knew it was. I knew what you were going after there. I was picking up what you were putting down. Country says, yay, rodeo. I wouldn't be mad. This commercial break is almost over, y'all. Gray 59 says, go Arkansas. Let's go Houston Cougars. Go Texas. Looks like Sasha Chandler. The whole sports entertainment disgusting. We can't just blame Duke. What's up, Braveheart? You know, things are good. Low tap fade saying, dude, thanks for the coverage. I made a whole 20 live trading today. There you go. Is it a turnover or a timeout? Yes, it was an official TV timeout, guys. So when we cut to those, that's how y'all know. That's how y'all will know. Dennis saying, I just subscribed. Thank you, Dennis. We're at the free throw line. The first free throw is good here for TCU. David Punch is at the free throw line, shooting a couple of shots right now. First free throw was good. Second free throw is good for Mr. Punch. It's back to 20 points here. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all. Full court press defense. It's stolen by TCU. TCU gets it right back. Great full court press. It's desperation mode, but they can't score buckets. They can't score layups. They're right under the rim, and it's another missed shot for TCU. They look like They look like elementary school play. Like, they literally look like they're playing Little Tykes basketball against a team of actual college athletes. TCU looks terrible right now. And I'm from Texas. I live in San Antonio, and I root for my Texas teams, but TCU looks like just awful. Shot clock down to 1. This one from Caden Boozer goes up. It's going to miss, but it's an offensive rebound by Cam Boozer. The putback is there for Cam Boozer. It's 76-54. 2 minutes left to go in this basketball game. Hanging on to the ball right now, Micah Robinson, and they'll whip this thing around the horn here. Cross court to Robinson. Prayer of a triple. This one no good. Rebounded again by Duke. And Malik Brown gets a rebound here. 1:45 left to go. Boozer going to hang on to the ball. And definitely a big win for Duke. They will advance. Bulldogs saying, I need it over 140, bro. That's a long way to go, my guy. That is going to be a nice shot on the right side. But what happened here? Is this the bucket and a foul? I think it was. I think Caden Boozer just got a shot to fall. And I think he was fouled on the way in. I don't see a foul. I don't see a foul at all. The whistle came in. Is this a timeout? It says timeout Duke. Yeah, so the shot falls. It's TCU ball. 1:29 left to go. Okay, so no foul. No foul. Just a timeout taken there by Duke. Don't know what the timeout was for, but hey. Dribble it out, says the Mr. Mojo. I think that's likely going to happen here. So we're seeing Darren, we're seeing some players come in. RJ Jones and all the starters, all the bench players right now are coming in. So we're seeing RJ Jones, Salacham checking in, a few other TCU players checking in here, and the starters checking out. So TCU is throwing in the towel here. It was a good run. It was fun while it lasted. Here is Ashton Simmons. Simmons will find R.J. Jones. Jones, a pass here. The shot goes J.C. Posey gets the shot to fall. So finally we see Posey get in on this game, 56-78. They've also cleared out the bench here on the other side for Duke. Duke with a much deeper bench, less than 60 seconds left to play. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here is the drive, and it looks like not a good angle for Kamenia. In trouble climbing the baseline. Here's a kick to the three. This three-point shot flies. That's no good. This goes out of bounds. Last touched. Looks like last touched by TCU. TCU was on a roll until the ref started calling those bogus fouls, says Shirt. Yeah, you're right. Says Sherl the Pearl. Sherl the Pearl. Beautiful. Three-point line right now for Duke. Duke shoots this up. This one is a beautiful triple right there. Dame Sarr is the only starter still on the court here. Dame Sarr knocks down that triple. And the other way, TCU gets a bucket and a foul, stops the clock with 20.8. So 58-81. It's a 23-point blowout here. Duke crushing it, man. Duke crushing it. Bra, has TCU scored since the fourth? Well, I can actually show you that here real quick. Yeah, so in the fourth quarter, TCU, in the fourth, they don't have four quarters. It's just the first and the second half. I don't know what my brain did. First and second half, but this will be the final possession. They're going to hold this and dribble it out, guys. That'll be your final score of the game, most likely. 10 seconds here left to go. It'll be the final score. They'll hang on to it. That's it, man. In the second half, dude, TCU only put up 24 points. They totally checked out, and that will be the end of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Duke will advance to the Sweet 16. TCU has been eliminated. Over 140. Dude, you got 139. That's brutal. Oh, no, dude. Oh, man. He needed 140, and you got 139. Shariah, cheers to you. Sasha, I figured that's what you meant. I got brain glitch, too. TCU fouled a lot in the last game, and the refs were watching closely today. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's your final score. It is 81-58. That is your final. Well, didn't quite get to our goal, guys. I've got a few things that I got to handle today. I will be live tomorrow for 2 more games. It is going to be Iowa State and the Kentucky Wildcats playing tomorrow, and the UConn Huskies and the UCLA Bruins going to be going head-to-head tomorrow. So I will be covering those 2 games tomorrow, and we'll start working on those now. First game tomorrow going to be early in the day, so I got to make sure we're ready and prepped for those. So I got some legwork that I got to do. But if you guys enjoyed the live stream, if you guys enjoyed hanging out with us today, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, check out more March Madness on this channel. You won't regret it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am done for the night. My name is Mario. You've been watching basketball, March Madness on Football Nation. Until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, y'all.